But sure enough, just like Piazza said, we have finished up with the Fighters Guild. In fact, we are standing on the outside of Coral, or the inside of Coral, on the outside of Orion's house. We wrapped up the Fighters Guild questline, including the aftermath of the epilogue of the Fighters Guild, where we fucking suplex the the Blackwood Company. Although I am kind of curious, I want to take one more victory lap back to Leyawiin, just real quick, because I want to see what happens if I talk to the confirmed members of the Blackwood Company that we saw in that one bar across the way. Oh wait, whoops. Was I already here? Hold on. No, I was in Coral. No, this is Leyawiin. Never mind. Sorry, the color of the buildings threw me off. Is yes, there's like a bar where there was some was it here? Cause yeah, like this is where Blackwood Company used to be. Blackwood Company Hall. We murdered everybody. Dwarf Fortress forums are down. Can't imagine why. Yeah, everyone's dead here, by the way. Yeah, because maybe it's like getting overloaded. Sales target of 160,000. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure they fucking destroyed that sales target with the greatest of ease. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was Breville, actually. It's the place that has like a river that goes through it, or a body of water. I think it's Breville. Yeah, it's Breville. Let's go back to Breville then. Because yeah, there was like a bar that we saw that had a few Blackwood Company members in it, and it was like it was. Oh, he's Barracoin, of course. Here you go.
Me too.
Here you go. Lord knows I don't have an overabundance of them as it is. Yeah, it was across this bridge. There was like a... Oh, maybe not this bridge. Over here maybe? Yeah, this bridge. There is a bar. And inside that bar, at least were some Blackwood Company people. Because we saw them when we were doing some Thieves Guild stuff. Thieves Guild stuff. I guess this is the one. The Lonely Suitor. Counting down to release by the 2nd. I believe it. I believe it. And like David pointed out, yeah, they're just not here, by the way. Like David pointed out, it was kind of a sneaky release. I had not heard about it until Dave mentioned it in my chat, like here in our chat. Like, I don't know, like 8 hours before it dropped, or like 12 hours. It was like the night before, because it dropped yesterday morning. So yeah, would have been Monday. Monday night was when he first mentioned it to me. That was like, I had no fucking clue. Of course, I knew it was in development and that I knew it would come out eventually, but I had not heard that a release date was announced. Graphics and fun updates, yeah. It's no longer just like NetHack. Of course, I mean, the classic version of the game is still around. You know, the free version, the original version rather, is still available on the website. That is more NetHack-esque and is more old school and ASCII graphics and keyboard command line centric. For those who wish for that kind of thing. I think I did see that, because I was also curious about the fact that there was the adventure mode in original Dwarf Fortress as well. And I hadn't heard any mention of it, but I saw they released an update, or just a series of announcements, one of which saying that, yeah, they're working on some kind of classic mode port that has like the ASCII graphics. They're also going to work on some kind of arena mode, and then also adventure mode. But adventure mode is going to be a ways in the future, because that's going to be a significant update. But adventure mode is more like NetHack, to kind of like what Jim was saying, yeah, Jim said it. At least in how it plays and how it controls. So the idea of having an adventure mode Dwarf Fortress thing that is similar to what just came out, with again a graphical user interface and mouse enabled controls and tutorials and nice graphics. The nice graphics thing, to be honest, is like the lowest entry in the totem pole for me, because yes, the ASCII art thing is weird for me and not something I really am partial to, but the free version has a bunch of free tile sets you can just download. So the graphic upgrade is like pretty, for me, arbitrary, because that was something that was easy to resolve. It was everything else that made me nervous or intimidated by the game. So let's see. Hurston we've already done. We've done Nocturnal's Shrine as well. We've done Boethia. I think we have not done Boethia. What's up, Baby Llama? Didn't expect it to be. Yeah, it is not cheap. 30 bucks is, I mean, it's, you know, it's commensurate, I would say, with the kind of value you get out of the game, but 30 bucks is not a small chunk of change, or chump of change. I think more starters. I guess I dropped this. For whatever reason. Have we already done this quest? I guess we have already done this one, because the fact this is here is a little bit weird. Adventure mode is where you go to. Yeah, adventure mode sounds fun. One of my favorite stories to tell is, I've never played either classic or adventure mode of Dwarf Fortress, but it was in college, and Dwarf Fortress I think started being a thing around 2006, 2005 or so, and it was like 2008, 2009, and some of my college friends were playing it. So they were relatively early adopters, and my friend Dan, who stops in from time to time, actually, it's Stoats. Stoats was playing it, and he was playing the adventure mode, which had just come out, and his character was fighting a troll or an ogre, some kind of giant fucking strong beast, and the descriptions for the combat are so incredibly detailed. And his character his character got defeated. His character got felled by this ogre or this troll. We'll say it's an ogre. And the description for how like the last couple rounds of combat went were very entertaining, because it said the ogre gripped Stoats' character by the nose, like by the nostrils. So like it's like bowling ball fucking stance, 2 fingers in the nostrils, 1 in the mouth. So grabs him by the nostrils, picks him up and flings him against a wall. His character hits the wall with such velocity that his character fucking turns to liquid. But the game didn't say that. What it said was it listed every individual body part was like vaporized. So like your left toenail has been maybe not left toe, your left pinky has been vaporized, your left middle ring finger has been vaporized, your heart, your left lung, your liver, just every little thing, and it was fucking incredible actually. So, and of course this is all text based obviously, but still it was like a good kind of viewport into what this game is capable of. But not a lot of swimming. There's some fast travel near the water. Boat murder shit. Fast travel that I'm missing near the water. I have not done much swimming. I'm guessing you mean like some stuff around here in Neben Bay. There is of course a strange door, which will be for, I'm assuming, the Shivering Isles. But yeah, no, I have not done hardly any swimming stuff here. I mean, you can see around here there's a lot of fast travel locations that I have not hit up. So there's plenty that I've yet to see. I mean, we hit like around here pretty hard. Well, not here, not that bad so much around there, but like around here we hit it pretty hard. Like we like hit some areas up pretty detailed. But yeah, after a certain point, I decided I was gonna focus more on the quests and such. Let's go ahead and fast travel over to. Actually, no. Let's check the quest log. This is probably more easier. Vermania. Vermina. Vermina is next, and I think I saw hers was pretty close by. It's so green. So she either wanted the Black Soulstone or the Troll Fat, and I believe I have both, so I should be able to satisfy her regardless. I wish to satisfy you, Vermania. Here's a Black Soul Gem.
We meet again, Mortal.
The colossal one.
For we have met before, whether you know it or not. When you mutter in your sleep, you speak to me. When you waken wet with sweat, you've just left my house.
I mean, sometimes I wake wet with something else, but I don't usually blame that on her. Although, if I just left her house and I've had a wet dream, then that has some implications. We'll say it's a wet nightmare.
The wizard Archfed has the orb of Vermina, snatched from the dreams of my followers and dragged into the waking world. Travel to his tower and retrieve my orb. Take care, though, mortal. In my orb, Archfed has found more than he bargained for.
Interesting. Alrighty then. Oblivion is good for anything. Yeah, there are a lot of places, but you're right. The nice thing about Oblivion is that, yeah, if you want to explore a cave or a fortress or a tower or a mine or a ruin, you absolutely can, because there's a good chance there's a good chance that you haven't done all of them yet. So yeah, Jim's absolutely right. Like, there is a just staggering amount of like content and amount of like dungeons to explore. If like dungeon dwelling is like your main thing. Vampirial, what's up, bud? Thank you, Vampirial, for that raid. Saw you were streaming a little bit earlier. In fact, Vampirial, I lurked for a little bit. I bounced around to a couple different streams, but I'm pretty sure I hit yours up for a little bit. And did I see you have a VTube model now? This might be relatively old news. I'll confess. When I popped in, it was my first time watching you for a while. But if yours was one of the ones hit up, I'm pretty sure thinking to myself like, oh, cool VTube model. It's really nice to see. Is that a colossal soul gem in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Can it be both, BDR? Yeah, the colossal black soul gem. Some good shit. You can get anything except for a crash-proof experience. I don't expect this game to not be crash-proof, given the era in which it came out. But it's a new V2 model Vampirial. Well, that's fantastic, and I feel less embarrassed knowing that it is new, so I'm not that far behind. But thank you for the very nice raid. I appreciate you, bud. Let's do a quick shout out for our friend Vampirial. We're playing some Oblivion. You probably figured that out already, but we're playing through this game, and this is my first time playing through the game. We actually just last time finished up the Fighters Guild. We've also previously finished the Mages Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Thieves Guild, and the main quest, as well as a decent bit of DLC content. That was a redundant thing to say, DLC content. I'll just say DLC, because, you know, that's what the C stands for. But anyway, we still have other DLC things to do, as well as the arena, and some Daedric Shrine quests. The latter of which is what we're starting on now. One of them, that is. Anyway, I see you were doing some Cyberpunk. I hope you're enjoying it. Of course, a lot has been said about Cyberpunk, but I know there's been some updates lately, and apparently it's like pretty good now. Like, I've heard pretty encouraging things, so I hope you're enjoying your time with it. But also, I want to hear about the V2 model, because that's exciting. The fact that you got a new one is really cool. So I'd be curious if there was any observations or like any cool plans and things you want to do with it. It is much better. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense with what I've heard, because so much has been said by people much more popular and charismatic than myself about Cyberpunk's state when it launched. But yeah, like here we are, what, 2 years later, maybe a year and a half later, and apparently it's like pretty dang good. Same thing with like Fallout 76 and like some of these other games were like, you know, a year or two or so afterwards, it's like, okay, it like gets pretty good. And then No Man's Sky is like super fucking good several years later. So it's like sometimes it just takes more time in the oven. Yeah, ATM machine. Yeah, that's what I like to call. My mom has a word for that. She calls that what is it? RTS syndrome, or I'm sorry, RAS syndrome. Redundant acronym syndrome. So RAS syndrome. Yeah, ATM machine pin number. Ugh, ridiculous. So apparently, by the way, we've been to Arcved's tower before, hence why we're able to travel to it. I don't know if we've been inside, but we've at least walked by it before. We need to acquire the orb of Vermina, at the behest of Vermina, the Daedric deity. The game decided to crash. Well, that's pretty cool, but not unexpected, so that's all right. We roll with it, and we relaunch. You know what? I'm just grateful that the game crashed in such a way that it did not, like, shit the bed. Because, as we know, sometimes when the game crashes, it crashes real bad. So, I'm just grateful that it wasn't worse. Relaunch. Try that again. RAS Syndrome. It's a good one, BDR. I can't take credit. I'm pretty sure it came from my mom. Have I ever played Yu-Gi-Oh? What's up, Resident Evil? I have not played Yu-Gi-Oh. One of my mods, Jet Dive, he is my resident Yu-Gi-Oh expert. I keep him on retainer at all times. I keep him locked away in my basement. I'm kidding. But no, I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh. I've never played the game, and I've never watched the anime. This is a dumb story to tell, and I've told it on stream, but I will tell it again. Because it's like a fun story, and I have it cleared. I cleared this with my fiance to tell the story on stream. My only experience with Yu-Gi-Oh is Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged on YouTube. A lot of people have heard about Dragon Ball Z Abridged by TM4star, or there's a Sailor Moon Abridged. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh Abridged, which is quite entertaining. And I've seen like the first like handful of episodes with it, and it's like pretty funny. But again, I've never played the games. I never really engaged with the anime, so I'm kind of removed from the series proper. However, the reason I've been introduced to Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is because my fiance, Gracie, showed it to me. In fact, the first... And alright, calm down. Keep it in your pants with what I'm about to say. The first evening I had her over, It wasn't. It wasn't that. All right, it wasn't that. She's a classy lady. I'm a classy gentleman. We took things slow. But the first time she came over to my place, the first evening she came over, had a nice dinner together, that kind of thing. Dave says, "Oh, whoa?" Question mark. We were like trading like fun things to show each other on YouTube, funny videos from our favorites, that kind of thing. And she was like, "Oh, have you heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge?" And she showed me a few of those. But it's a long video. It's like each season more or less is like 30 minutes long, so it's like fairly long videos. So we just hit play. We're snuggled on the couch, and I'll just say I will phrase it in a gentlemanly manner. My first time making out with my fiance was to the backdrop of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. So if that is not a wholesome and nerdy and some would be embarrassed by it. I think it's a fun story to tell. Getting to first base with my soon-to-be wife for the first time. At least I think it's how it works. I think like making out is considered first base. My high school terminology is a little bit out of date here, but yeah. First time making out with the woman who I'm about to marry was again to the ever romantic and sensual sounds of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged. Oh my goodness. So good, bud. So good. Hey, what's up going on? Abominable Snowman. Love your screen name. And am I a motivational speaker? That's like nice of you to ask. I am not. I have done public speaking just as a hobby. I was in Toastmasters for a number of years with my old job. Toastmasters is a not really public speaking, but kind of public speaking, not motivational speaking, but like kind of public speaking, and also just kind of communication. So that's like their like main thing. It's a non-profit. There's like a public speaking program with it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the profile picture, that was actually for my brother's wedding. That was me giving the best man speech at my brother's wedding. Would have been 2017. So yeah, 5 years ago. It's a good time though. Oblivion bug fix mod, Jim. I am listening. If there's a bug fix mod, I mean, I have the unofficial patches. So I would hope that the unofficial patches would get the job done. Pokemon OC, really? That's awesome, Vampiro. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Partial body right now, but once he gets fully rigged, that'd be fantastic. Absolutely. What's up, Meerkat? It wasn't that embarrassing if anime was involved as BDR. BDR nailing it on the head, honestly. Yes, it's on the internet forever. Now, I've told it before, and I cleared it with her first. In fact, I think I told that story once before with her in my chat. Contributing to the conversation. Resident Evil says, "Yo, you gotta try it out." I've heard that like there's a pretty good game on Steam. That is, oh, did the door just disappear? What in the world? There's a door here, right? Or there should be a door here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's another thing, but I feel like a door. Oh, the door's up here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I thought usually there's like a door like right here. But anyway, no, I feel there's like a pretty good game on Steam, Yu-Gi-Oh! Game on Steam that dropped early this year that was like reviewed very well. I think it's free to play. Oh, there's the door. Oh, okay, I'm getting my wires crossed. Herp derp. We'll explore that in a second. But yeah, I remember when that dropped, like a lot of people were playing it. Again, my one of my buddies, Jet, who's one of my mods, he was playing it a whole bunch. And I remember he was saying it's kind of frustrating because the meta very quickly developed, or very quickly like calcified into a series of make this, this, and this into your deck, and you will have a chance at winning. Otherwise, you will lose. I remember that was frustrating for him, where like there wasn't much deck diversity with that game at first. I hope it's better now. BDR says if it's your kind of thing, yeah, it's a fun thing to share with people. It was not our first kiss, by the way. Our first kiss was more romantic. Our first kiss was on the. It was I don't know if I would. I'll abstain from naming like the GPS coordinates, the exact location, just because it will like it gives away like well, I guess it's not bad. No, I don't know. I try to be like mindful of like locations that I mentioned, that kind of thing. But there's a place here in St. Louis. We had I'm trying to remember what we did. I think we went up for lunch. Whoop. Hold on. Wait for it. Let's see if the game is gonna recover. The game is is not crashing yet. Anyway, I'll keep talking while I try to fix this. But, yeah, because as always, it's the game. It's not you guys. It's not on your guys' end. It's the game being weird. So if the stream stuttered, it's on my end. It's not on your guys' end. But anyway, we went out to lunch, went out for a nice walk afterwards, and we, kind of got like a makeshift picnic of sorts. Whoa. That's not good. That's weird. Hold on. I lost my mouse cursor. That's embarrassing. Lost my mouse cursor, and it switched scenes, which is weird, because that means... Oh gosh. I lost my mouse. That means I'm clicking in a place where I don't mean to click. Hope I didn't just ban somebody when I don't have a mouse cursor right now. Oh, there's Bathtub Hero. Thank you, Bathtub Hero. The stream lies to you, by the way. I'm definitely live. Yeah, I'm definitely not starting soon. I don't have a mouse cursor, which is embarrassing. Because the game has crashed, and it has not relinquished my mouse to me. So I'm gonna Control-Delete. And Task Manager, yes. This is a new one. I don't think I've had this happen before, where I just don't get a mouse. Okay, then how do I... Alright, so now I get to do the fun part where I try to, like, navigate to Task Manager to kill Oblivion. Actually, what if I... Hold on, what if I Alt-Tab 2 and just try Alt-F4? Let's try that. So I can kind of see the chat right now. Alt F4 did not do it. Okay, yeah. So I gotta try to close this thing without a mouse right now, which is very weird. And that makes me sad. Makes me Sadge. Tab. Oh my god, did the game come back? Holy shit, the game came back. Oh my god, I have a mouse again. Holy moly. So the game didn't crash after all. It was acting like it really wanted to crash. Holy shit. But anyway, I'll finish telling the story. Telling the story. But yeah, it like went out to a nice lunch, or had a nice like chill lunch. Went on a nice walk, and I think she had her yoga mat with her because we were riding in her car. And we just wanted to like just to sit down and chill outside. It was like a really nice day, so we put down the yoga mat and just chilled outside, and like we were like lying next to each other, and yeah, that's where we had our first kiss. My fiance and I. And like I said, we're getting married in January, so that would have all been 2017. So that was story time. Anyway, so yeah, so the game did not crash, but man, it really wanted to. Like it was very much unwilling to cooperate, but it did not crash, despite clearly very much wanting to. And it was refusing to relinquish certain things like my mouse. What's up, Little Waffles? Yeah, things fell apart a little bit. By the way, I see Bathtub Hero was doing some Bloodborne. Bathtub Hero, I hope it was a good stream. Thank you for that raid. I appreciate that. Sorry for the delayed welcome because of the technical issues, but when you play Oblivion on Windows 11, or Windows 10 in my case, rather, in 2022, you are bound to have technical problems. That's just how it goes. So it's called Engine Bug Fixes on Nexus. Excellent, Jim. Yeah, I want to look that up. That actually could be very helpful. By the grace of Todd Howard himself, Oblivion was spared. Yeah, well, it crashed once earlier already. I've been live for much less than an hour. But we've already had one crash, so the day is young, my friends. But yeah, Bathtub Hero, how are you liking Bloodborne, by the way? Because I've never actually played it myself. Like a Cyber Dragon deck. Yeah, there's like a lot of cool shit in Bloodborne. Or, I'm sorry, in like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck builder game. So yeah, we've never actually been in here before. We've seen the outside, but never actually been here present. So, we were warned that this guy's got like some weird shit inside of this ridiculous place. So we need to be on our toes and expect the unexpected. In fact, what's the quest log say about this one? Okay, well, the quest log doesn't really say anything, but she just said that Arkved, at least, found more than he had bargained for when he stole the orb. So I don't know what to expect when the orb happens, but we got that to look forward to. That's right, Jim. It was destiny, my friend. Having some bullshit bosses bounce up here. Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, like I said, I've never played it, but I have played played all the way through Dark Souls a few times and loved it. That is very much a game I want to play. I don't have a PS4 or a PS5 for that matter, so I have no way of playing it right now, but eventually, I tell myself eventually I'll get to it, because, yes, Bloodborne, since it's a Soulsborne game, it means that, well, you know, frustrating bosses are part of the experience, for better or for worse. Luna Waffle says an MS Paint challenge. Let's do that Luna Memento. Because we are very much doing some dough, boy. Oh, it's one of these. Huh. Well, she did say shit was gonna get a little bit weird in this dungeon. She was not wrong. Vermina, that is. That is quite accurate. It's an oddly specific emo. What is that one, Jim? Just E? Oh, super great friend. That's right. That's where we got Jim. And that's where we first had Jim. Join in for one time. When super great friend raided us at Dave's behest. But yeah, this is definitely something. And my acrobatics are good enough. You can gank it. Oh! They were all glued together, apparently. When one falls, they all go with it. Ain't that some shit? I actually want the thing, the object that I just acquired. There it is. That was pretty good. Tuna salad or egg salad sandwiches with fries. Ooh, I'm an egg salad sandwich fan. Tuna salad's alright. I'm kind of so-so about tuna. I like a lot of seafood, but tuna, I'm kind of so-so on. BDR's got an MS Paint idea. BDR, if you have the channel points, we can make it happen, baby. We could absolutely make it happen. And yes, and then we broke this. So actually, out of curiosity, is this still here? Okay, so this is not like a pocket dimension thing. This is normal. It's just one room's a little bit fucky. Huh. Awesome. But anyway, I kind of want to see if I can, like, knock more things down. There we go. I want to break more shit. Actually, no, I think that is all that I could break, because everything else is just furniture. So I'm definitely helping. I'm definitely helping. I'm expecting there to be monsters eventually, so we must tread carefully. Wasn't really cursed enough. Yeah, next time we gotta up the ante and make it weird. Got a Daedric. That's not too weird. A Daedric and a Zivali. He didn't like that. Good. We damaged that guy pretty well with that lightning bolt, so that guy got blasted pretty easy. And of course, I never get the paralysis to proc on monsters. Usually NPCs, but not monsters so much. The real cursed monsters were inside of us all along. That's someone's fetish, don't you believe it? So, the real monster's inside of me. Oh my. Oh my, it's not even a Friday night. Must be a party. It's very red in here, and I don't know where the source of the red is. Well, let's keep going. We indeed did find monsters. I was expecting monsters, and we did find them. Into his void. Oh my, first there's monsters inside of us. Now I'm inserting myself into someone's void. Well, geez, man. I mean, usually I got to take them out for a nice steak dinner first, but all right. Either I need to take them out for a nice steak dinner, or invite them back to my place for a romantic evening of watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge together. Then and only then will I be granted access to their void. BDR says, oh my, it's this kind of stream. That's right, it's this kind of stream. Usually that kind of content is for a different kind of video on a different kind of platform. What the fuck is this, by the way? Yeah, this is definitely something. It's definitely a void, alright. This is pretty cool, actually. Also, I want to know what happens if I do this very irresponsibly. Wow, you really just fall forever, huh? Oh, wait, well, no, you... Oh, I'm dead. Okay, yeah, you just die. Okay. I had to know. I had to know what happened. Like, do you fall forever? What's the dealio here? Yeah, you just there's a kill plane, which is for the best. I would rather a kill plane than nothingness. The vast void of nothingness. What part of the... Hey, what's up, Five Finger? What is this exactly? So this is one of the Daedric Shrine quests. This is the Vermina Daedric Shrine quest. She requested that we retrieve her orb, Vermina's orb, from this gentleman named Arkved. And as we are pursuing Arkved and trying to retrieve the orb, she warned us that this man has when he started experimenting with her orb, he bit off more than he can chew. He got more than he had bargained for, and I think, and now that we've entered a place called Arkved's Void. So I think this is indicative of the oddities that he probably was not prepared to experience. It's more evil. About to void your... Oh shit, that kind of void. When you said it's more evil, I thought you were saying they were like... They've been trying to reach me about my car's extended warranty or something. Like that kind of evil. Bandit Keith in Yu-Gi-Oh! Wears red, white, and blue jacket. That is how Americans dress. And carries guns, and that's fantastic, actually. That is delightful. I mean, it's a spooky one. I like it. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. This is really cool. We've been playing a lot of weird, spooky games on weekends with the Haunted PS1 demo packs. So this is very much playing well to my interests. My interests as of late. We're being guided by the torches, which do cause fire damage. Yep. Not a lot. Actually, hold on. Okay, yeah, 2 damage. Like how the doors are just in the side of this crater. So there was no other branching paths that we missed or anything. Final dungeon. Kind of like the end of the main game. I mean, I think it's pretty sweet. Are you saying it feels more final dungeon than the end of the main game? I don't know if really... Was there really a final dungeon at the end of the main game? The end of the main game was not really a dungeon, though. It was more of a... more of, like, overworld antics. I guess there was some dungeoning, but not much. Because, yeah, this is delightfully menacing. I'm very much enjoying it. Now we got some of these critters. Are these trees or tentacles or roots? Or all the above? Bonk. It's a regular clan fear, not a clan fear runt, unfortunately, but these guys ain't too bad. Although he's done quite a lot of damage to me, so I say he's not too bad. He's actually fucked me up quite a bit. Gonna sneak attack on this fool. Oh, that's not sneaky at all. He sniffed me out. Ouch. These things are actually quite damaging. Despite like us being fairly high level, they're still fucking us up pretty good. And they're really good at stun locking me. But we have damage reflection on, so they're really hurting themselves a lot. I should probably heal myself though. Yeah, every time I level up, I put points into agility because we are really bad about getting stun locked with melee hits, and it continues to happen. So it is kind of frustrating at times. So down to the last one, we'll begin with a sneak attack if I can pull it off. I'm fully confident that I can. Bam. 6 times damage. It's pretty good. I know they're susceptible to lightning. They resist fire, since they are technically a Daedra, but like an extra planar creature. Yeah, lightning fucks them up real good. Real good, like. Hidden blade like a true assassin. My hidden blade. Are you trying to say I should whip my penis out? Because I'm way ahead of you. Getting Vermina mixed up with Namira. I don't think I know Namira. In fact, I don't even know if we have been to her shrine yet in this game. There's a number of Daedric shrines we've already knocked out. Daedric shrine quests we've knocked out. But several that we've never even found yet. So at some point tonight, I'm gonna have to look up some additional locations. And Odzu, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Old wooden door. We're playing some Oblivion tonight. And we found the orgy room. There it is. This is where they have their strawberry jam parties. That's why it's all not blood, it's strawberry jam. This is the Vermina Daedric Shrine quest. We're currently in Arkved's Lost Halls after going through his void earlier, which is pretty cool. Motherfucking Storm Atronach. I haven't seen one of these in a minute. Shock damage resisted, of course. No surprise there. Ouch. Speaking of critters that are very good at stun locking me, these things are at times insufferable. Ouch. But again, damage reflection gets shit done, so we'll take it. Does my penis have a blade? Well, can I say it's like, can I say it's thin and easy to conceal? Is that too revealing? It's from Assassin's Creed. Okay, yeah, I will admit I've actually never played an Assassin's Creed game before. Arkved's Oasis. So that's probably the way we're supposed to go. Let's go the wrong way first, which is to say, let's go this way first. Although I feel like I should be treading softly. Are those rocks gonna fall down and crush my ass? They want me to find out. Also, I should be casting Detect Life every so often. Just a Daedric, that's not so bad. Storm Atronach, he was too thick, that's right. Oh, it's in Skyrim, very nice, very nice. Oh, he healed himself, I think. Oh, no, he didn't heal himself, that was something else. It was you, it's a boob spider. The boob spider healed herself. Classic case of boob spider self-healing. Ouch! I like ran into her spell. I said, yes, give me the spell, spider mommy. Actually, I can keep with lightning for this guy, because this is a frost Atronach. I haven't fought one of these in a while. This guy's partying with boob spiders and several multi-flavored Atronachs. This guy knows how to throw down. 3 Daedra who claim of being the first. Vermina is not one of them, but Namira is. Askree, that's right. Askree 1 and 2. I'm thinking I do want to get around to trying out the Assassin's Creed games at some point, and I would want to start with the first one. I'd want to go through them chronologically. There's a lot of them, though, so like I don't know how long I would stick to that, but I would want to start with the first one, though, probably. Boob spiders and Atronachs BDR. BDR says, living the dream, baby. Now what's fun is that we can already tell there's some weird shit in this room. The Atronachs and the boob spiders are one thing, but if you look closely, you will note that the dimensions of this room are kind of Alice in Wonderland-esque, kind of down the rabbit hole or through the looking glass kind of energy. Look at this small chest that has a potion in it. That's just adorable. Small turtle chest. Adorable. They're man spiders. I mean, they could still be boob spiders. No, dudes can still have impressive boobulars. It's the trapdoor to his oasis. It's so small. Can I, like, is there a command to sit on the chairs? The way that you can sit in, like, normal chairs? These actually remind me of the strangely gigantic furniture in the basement of the palace. In the Imperial City. I never understood, in fact, I still don't understand why there's, like, strangely teensy, gigantic furniture in the Imperial Palace basement, but it's pretty cool. The plates and whatnot are all normal sized, unfortunately. They're just overcompensating. They have no boobs? Well, that's disappointing. That is disappointing. Hall of changes. Let's do the Oasis first. But I'm gonna go through the intended entrance for the Oasis. Although the trapdoor might still have some fun times for us. And I feel implored to save because, I mean, I really have no idea what to expect here. This has all been quite weird. Good weird, but weird. Whoa, what in the world? Okay, we're back in A dimension I thought I was done with. We're back in the Oblivion dimension, it would seem. Alright, you know what? I changed my mind. I actually am gonna go for the Oasis. Trapdoor. Because that actually might lead us to something interesting. I mean, we could jump off that ledge and probably live, but that was not very user-friendly, we'll just say. You know, the Daedric, or what am I trying to say? The Oblivion dimension thing would make sense with all the Oblivion gate claw pieces that we're seeing, the things we would see around the gates whenever they would spawn in. So this does make sense. Wish I could sleep in the giant bed, by the way. I think I probably should level my character up at some point, because it's been a stream or two since I've last leveled. Oh, wait, herp derp, not the holo changes. I want to go into the trapdoor. Now, I'm not going to question the dimensional physics that are taking place here, like the geometry that allows me to get into this little trapdoor, but somehow we did, and it turns into this giant-ass door here. Not going to question it. So, here we are on the Oasis. Is there anything out here? Or is it just sad and empty? No one way to find out. First emperors were the... Oh, that makes sense then. So they're just left over from that five-finger. That is a really interesting little bit of trivia then. So the fact that they just kept them around because I guess they're, you know, important artifacts that they didn't have the heart to get rid of. They're historic artifacts. That's actually really cool, Five-Finger. I like that a lot. Thank you for sharing that. Jim says there might be a suck. I mean, you don't have to threaten me with a good time. I'm assuming you mean probably not a good suck, but an unpleasant suck. And I usually like to avoid those in lieu of the good sucks, but that's okay. Some Looney Tunes physics? Yes. Looney Tunes physics is a very good way to describe it. The way we squeezed ourselves down. Trapdoor size is what? Oh, really, Jim? For like IRL oil rig people? Oil rig workers? Because that would be probably awful to have to deal with. It's a suck that's going to suck. Well, that sounds like a party. I don't really think there's anything out here, actually. I'm wanting to explorificate, but so far it's been quite empty and sad in this oasis. Oh, well, there's a thing over there. Maybe I should not be so quick to abandon all hope. Ye who enter. Can I make that jump? I've just swum through lava. It's a tough order, a tall order even. Oh boy, I've put myself in a pickle. Like the game doesn't want me being down here. Like this feels like a mistake. I don't see anything over there though, so I feel like that is not really necessary. And of course, you know, you end up in a situation like this, you think, oh, just levitate your way out of this, Alex, no problem. There is no levitate in this game, so we are at the mercy of what the game will allow us to walk up normally. Now, of course, I could just reload the save. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, I would think that this is a symptom of the game does not want us here. You shouldn't have come here. Let's see if I can game the system. I cannot believe this is working, by the way. Oh, okay, took a little bit of damage. See, there's some weird bullshit that goes on right around here where like I'm like running on some kind of slanted invisible wall, invisible surface, where there's like, yeah, some kind of barrier sometimes that allows me to like right there I just hit it as well. Some kind of thing that sometimes allows me to, yeah, run on like an invisible wall surface thing. And in that case, it allowed me to get out of that freaking weird situation with the lava. Ridiculous. So anyway, so yeah, I don't think there's anything out here. I think this was just indicative of the fact that we have found an accidental portal to the Oblivion dimension, but only kinda sorta, because this really is an oasis. There's nothing here. I guess like a winged creature could fly here if they wanted to, but like, I mean, I guess in all fairness, Daedra things did get here, so maybe they somehow got in through that entrance, but otherwise. His hatred of levitation. The cowards were too afraid. The invisible walls. I mean, that was the only time I've ever had invisible walls work out for us. Usually they're a pain, but this time they actually kind of helped us out. Dragon Ball Z. Oh yeah. Yeah, I watched a lot of DBZ back in the day, Resident Evil. Back when I was in middle school. So like around the time when Toonami first like was available on Cartoon Network. That was my introduction to Dragon Ball Z, and coincidentally enough, my introduction to anime. I'm gonna draw you out so I do not have to fight you and also deal with the ice trap. Is this man too thick to get through the door? That is exactly what's going on. That is actually just adorable. He can just summon more buddies, although they can't get through the door either, because he's body blocking their asses. Oh shit. Oh well, okay, that's fine. Open the door. Open the door, you coward. I call him a coward, and here I am hanging back, throwing spells at him. Oh, except he... Right, I forgot these guys can absorb that shit. Oh, I think that just hurt him, by the way. That's pretty cool. Oh, he actually snuck in, you fool. Block skill is leveled up, by the way, to Journeyman status. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, just the map 5 finger. Yeah, I'm with you there, honestly. Oblivion dimension. Yeah, very, very cozy, right, Adzu? So nice. It's exactly a gym. Yeah, come home from school. Come home from middle school. Pop on the TV, catch some Dragon Ball Z. Catch some motherfucking Cowboy Bebop. Are you kidding me? Gundam Wing. Outlaw Star. I mean, yeah, a lot of shows I loved back in those days. Some of which I have not watched since then. It'd be nice to go back and watch Outlaw Star again and see how it's held up. I don't watch as much anime nowadays, but I enjoy it. I don't make very much time to watch it, unfortunately. But yeah, that was my introduction to anime. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z. I would say Dragon Ball Z and Gundam Wing were the first two that I really got into. So like, I watched, yeah, like the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, the Cell saga. I dipped after the Cell saga. I didn't really keep up with the Buu saga. Which I know for some that was kind of when there was a... Not everyone liked the Buu saga anyway, from what I understand, but Super's pretty good. Dragon Ball Super. I've seen a few episodes and liked what I saw. And also, fun fact, I'm friends with the guy that sings the outro theme for Dragon Ball Super. The guy that sings the outro song for that anime. He's a friend of mine. His name is Brant. He actually stayed at my place one time. He stayed here. Him and his visual artist stayed here for like a week, because they were in between conventions in the St. Louis area, so hosted them here for a little bit. They're really cool people. Brant and Jonna. Anyway, I can no longer damage your weapon or shield. That's nice. Cause your opponents to recoil a bit. I will still take damage, of course, right? Oh, block with your bare hands, that is, yes. So we still probably take some damage, but the shield doesn't get us damage, which is nice. I want to continue smacking this man out. The problem is, yeah, you can see this trap keeps casting spells, keeps casting ice spells, and this man has very good spell absorption, so he's getting healed, unfortunately. And I need to get through here. I need to like seal the deal here. But these things keep getting in my way. Okay, here we go. Now he's taking some damage. Yeah, the fact that I think he has probably 50% spell absorption means that a lot of times he gets healed by spells that hit him. So this trap here is actually doing more harm than good. He's a cool guy. He is. He's a good dude. And he makes a lot of great music in addition to what he sings like he's a professional singer. If you want to look up his music, his artist name is Professor Shy Guy. He's a really good dude. Outlaw Star, that's right. Drinking a bowl of ramen. Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember much of that show. I remember the race that they got in, like there was like a race with a bunch of other ships and crews. I remember like a few odds and ends of like different characters, but yeah, it'd be cool to go back and rewatch that show for old time's sake and see how it holds up. Sword Art Online 2012. Wow, that's awesome actually. Because yeah, I never actually watched Sword Art Online. I know it's a very popular one for sure. Wonky voiceovers though, but still some fun dubs though. That's just part of the fun, part of the experience. On the weekends, get some cereal for breakfast. That's right. Yeah, I remember those days, bud. It was a simpler time. It was a simpler time, yeah. Because I think that was like for me at least, that was a good age for getting into anime. Middle school. I feel like that's like a good like time where, you know, you're still probably watching some cartoons, you know, some animated things, but anime, of course, oftentimes has more, you know, I would say, yeah, more mature themes, like more involved storylines that go from episode to episode. And of course, you have shows like Avatar that obviously have an overarching storyline, and some would say technically counts as an anime since some of it was animated in Japan. Oh, okay, well that's a helpful entranceway. So maybe somebody's been immured behind this wall. Maybe someone got cask of Amontillado behind there. Also, a thing has seen me. It's a small thing. Is it a spider lady? Maybe. Unsure. Sword Art Online was your introduction. Very nice. Still love it though. I've never heard of it like having problems. I know not everybody loves it. I've heard some people say that it wasn't their cup of tea, but the same could be said for all the other things I just mentioned. You know, I've heard people say they don't like Dragon Ball Z. People say they didn't like Outlaw Star. I've heard people say they don't like Cowboy Bebop, and Cowboy Bebop is kind of considered like the Beatles of anime, where it's like everybody likes it. You know, to say that you like Cowboy Bebop is like, oh wow, it's so unique, Alex. Cowboy Bebop's your favorite anime. Wow, that's so, like what a low-hanging fruit that is. But much like there are people that don't like the Beatles, there are people that don't like Cowboy Bebop. So I don't really invest too much when I hear people say like, oh, such and such anime is trash, because people have opinions. That's just how it goes. What they mean when someone says like such and such anime is garbage, what they mean to say is I didn't like it, but they're saying it in a more confrontational manner, because part of enjoying anime and part of watching anime is like the discourse around it and the memes and your waifu is trash, like that kind of shit. Like it's part of the fun, part of the experience. Yeah, the story arcs, that kind of thing. The sagas blew your mind. Same Five Finger. Yeah, I remember watching DBZ and I thought like, this is really cool. I like the action. This is cool. Then I watched it the next day. I was like, whoa, they're picking up where they left off. Like there's a story. This is dope. Because yeah, by then, yeah, again, middle school. I mean, I was watching things that had, like there were some sitcoms on, or not, maybe not sitcoms, it's not the right word, but there was like shows on Disney. There were obviously Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, SpongeBob, like shows where like it was a lot of self-contained things. Sometimes there'd be like overarching things that would evolve over like the series of a season, maybe, but not. People kind of laugh at this, but I always thought it was paced similar to like how soap operas were paced, where it's like again an overarching storyline. That's, as a kid at least, that's how I thought of it. Like when I try to describe it to people, it was kind of a dumb thing to compare it to, but when I try to describe it to people, I would say it's like, oh yeah, it's kind of like a cartoon soap opera. But that's not a very fitting description, obviously. By the way, we found the morgue and also zombie experimentation / sex dungeon. That's pretty cool. We found a retreat and more maze-like places to explore, which is just great. I think we came from... Oh, no, we did not come from this direction because this is the deadest of dead ends. I like Cowboy Bebop, aka I enjoy Oxygen. Yep. Lurzio with the booba. Yeah, I mean, I will say this much as an impressionable 12, 13-year-old adolescent, middle schooler. Yes, what Adzu mentioned is very accurate. I mean, yeah. I would be lying if I said that had zero effect on me. But yes, but that's the thing. You actually like come to a point where you're like, wow, like I'm really enjoying myself. I'm getting into the characters. I'm enjoying the intrigue. When characters die, it's like, oh fuck, like that. Minor spoilers, I guess. Minor spoilers for Dragon Ball Z. Because the thing about Dragon Ball Z is everyone dies a bajillion times, but they just use the Dragon Balls to bring them back, so it's fine. But yeah, like in the Frieza saga, when Frieza's, I think, second form fucking impales Krillin, and he's got like blood gushing down his abdomen. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, they go fucking hard, man. It's kind of brutal. So seeing that again as an impressionable, it wasn't like gory, but it was like they didn't like hide from it though. So it was like I don't know, I don't want to say like transformative, but it was clearly a new like depth of storytelling and just TV show things to get into. So, and it was cool too because like again, I'm in middle school, so like all my friends are getting into it too because Toonami was like starting to get popular. So it kind of had like a community aspect to it, which I really enjoyed as well. So yeah, lots of great aspects of anime back in those days and Toonami back in those days, and it's still great, obviously. But in the early days, it was fairly niche, I would say, relatively niche, which made it special because you felt like you were kind of in the, you know, like an exclusive club of like people finding this cool new thing. And then of course you come to find, oh, it's from Japan and it's crazy popular in Japan. So, you know, it's starting to catch on now, obviously, but it's not like it was that obscure because it had been a thing for a long time prior. And then, you know, years later, I would think to myself, well, I remember watching Voltron replays on like late night Cartoon Network, and I remember watching I say replays, reruns of Voltron. I remember watching reruns of Astro Boy, and Speed Racer. I enjoyed Speed Racer when I was a kid. So actually, I had already watched anime. I just didn't know that's what it was because I didn't really follow it that close. Like I thought Voltron was cool, but I didn't really get sucked in the way that Gundam Wing sucked me in, and Dragon Ball Z, and some of these other ones. It's okay to dislike things, yeah. Elfen Lied. I have heard Elfen Lied is an experience, but not everyone's cup of tea. That is apparently a very divisive anime. So, yeah, I think most people would forgive anyone for saying not what they're really into. It's your first anime ever? Oh, buddy, that's a hell of a first anime. God damn. And then, yeah, that and Slayers. Wow. Just poofed out of existence. Damn, son. I'm impressed. But yeah, I've heard that's a doozy. A doozy of a show. Of a series. Not you people. That's right, yeah. Yeah, they keep summoning me to resurrect their friends who keep getting fucking murdered in weird ways. Okay, so this was the correct path to go then. Actually, hold on. Well, we saw the retreat. Oh, well, apparently there's a thing here we're supposed to go. But yeah, we saw the retreat, which is there. Hold up. It wants us to go this way. Oh, here we go. Rending Halls. Okay, that's a name we've heard a few times. Not sure about Speed Racer. Yeah, I remember like various overarching story things, but I don't remember a lot of like per episode or even per season development, if there really were seasons. I just remember Racer X. I remember him being his secret brother, Speed Racer's secret brother. I remember the races. I remember the competition, and like the action sequences were cool. But I don't really remember much of like an overall progression. More just like themes that were recurring. Watching, yeah, the first time they saw the Super Saiyan stuff, yeah, that was pretty big. That was like that was a watershed moment for that series. Goku going Super Saiyan. And yeah, that would have been the Frieza saga, and that shit was like really fucking hype back then, yeah. And they built it up very well, because I remember like the first time it dropped or at least the lead up to when it first dropped on US shores and it first aired on Toonami. I remember like the episode before that episode aired, I remember they showed like the preview next time on Dragon Ball Z, and they show like a few snippets, and they show the scene where he's got the yellow hair and he's glowing and it's badass. It's like, whoa, I remember being so hyped. Although I had it slightly spoiled because there was and maybe still is, a comic book and like a trading cards store in Illinois that my brother and I used to go to called Dizzy's Dugout. And they had like baseball cards and action figures and cool stuff like that. They had some Dragon Ball Z action figures that I thought were super cool. And because again, this was like right when the show was getting popular. And I remember, and they had regular Goku, and then they had Super Saiyan Goku with like the yellow hair. And I remember being like, "What the hell is Super Saiyan Goku? Like that's not a thing in the show." But then I saw it in the anime, and I was like, "What?" Like it blew my mind. So I had it. It wasn't a spoiler, but it was a sneak preview, I suppose. Let's see what's down here real quick. Oh boy. Well, this is a hell of a retreat. Wowee zowie. All right. Well. I'm gonna save because this is fucked. This is very, very fucked up. They said that this is more than we had bargained for, and they were not wrong. God damn. Pretty grim dark. Yes, that's exactly what I've heard about Elfen Lied. Yeah, I've like heard a few snippets. I maybe like even seen a couple of like screenshots or clips, and quickly determined like, don't think this one's gonna be for me. But you know what? As always, as it goes to these kinds of things, no judgment for those who are into it, because yeah, that's how these things go. I don't think there's anything here for us. I did save, so I mean I could jump around if I want to, but I have a sneaking suspicion that, you know, if you jump all the way to the end, you're not gonna have much else to do or see. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. I'm like, can you jump around, or a challenge? Can you jump around all the pillars and make it back without getting got? Without getting murdered? Yeah, can I get back to these guys? Whoops. Except I've missed the jump and I got into the void. I'll take my potion of fortitude and be done with this weird, strange place. Again, some retreat. When I think of a retreat, I think of like a vacation spot or like a chill place. I guess it's solitude. So I guess if you want to be alone, there's no one else there, no one else alive at least. Jesus, calm down, lightning trap. Goddamn. Ouch. This is a lot of damage. That was, how much damage was that? It was about 80 damage. Goddamn. Spicy. Odds says, titties and mewing girl with cat ears. That actually a maniac. Well then. Well then. Anime. Wonder if we'll get a chance to kill him, maybe. I'm guessing that's from the show. I'm guessing. Associated with nightmares. That is quite fitting. Yeah, quite fitting. And again, just to be clear, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that means Vermana is responsible for wet dreams as well. So I have her to blame. What's up, Blackbird? Good to see him. We're having very normal conversations, as you probably have figured out. Here's a Daedric. I'm going to slap him in the ass. Slap. And somehow I did not get the attention of the Daedra Spider Lady. That's usually not how this goes. Usually you tap one and everybody gets alerted. Alerta. Now one of you is going to try to paralyze me, and I'm not going to be... Never mind. I was about to say, it's not going to happen. Can happen, and then what's the first thing that happens? Paralysis. And let's see. Brolov. Hope you're doing well, bud. Thank you for joining in. Near Automata. Oh, okay. As I've not played that one either. I have not watched Elfen Lied, nor have I played any of the Nier games. That's a collab between... Oh, you're probably right, Five Finger. Yeah, because one of them is like the god of lust or like desire. So yeah, that's... The idea of Daedra deities collaborating for ways to torment humanity is quite enjoyable, actually. Hey, what's up, Reaper Queen? Good to see you, bud. Reaper Queen, how has your playthrough been going for you, by the way? Because Reaper Queen is another fellow Oblivion enjoyer. Oblivion enthusiast. As all individuals should be. We're playing through it right now, obviously. We are doing one of the Daedric quests. Hence why we're having a very stirring conversation about which Daedra lord or lady is responsible for wet dreams. Very normal conversation. Also, that spell we're using, for anybody curious. This one right here. Whoops. Wizard's Fury. Wizard's Fury. It's a pretty good one. It doesn't do that much that much damage per casting, but what you get, that fire damage that ticks down for 15 seconds, it's actually pretty nice. So you stack a couple of those. Whoa, the jiggles! Got the jiggles. Put a couple of those fire stacks on an enemy, and the damage ticks down pretty nice. So it's kind of good damage over time. What's the first thing you do when you find God? Challenge him to a rousing game of patty cakes? I guess it's not really a game. Try to Rochambeau him or her for ownership of humanity and reality. That's what I would do. The Mountain Dew commercials. I don't remember the commercials, but I do remember like the Mountain Dew. I remember the branding on the Mountain Dew. So I remember being in college around the time like Halo 3 came out, and I remember there was like a big promotional thing. They had like the gamer codes on like I think on the inside of the Mountain Dew caps, or on like the packaging. They had like the Master Chief promotional stuff on the sides of the bottles. I remember like the visuals of some of the branding stuff, but I don't remember the commercials themselves, unfortunately. I bet Halo 2 probably had it as well, but I think I was more aware of stuff like that around the Halo 3 timeline. I mean, Halo 2's anticipation was near radioactive levels of energy. For good reason. I mean, Halo 1 was an incredible game, obviously, so the Halo 2 hype was understandable, but yeah. I feel like I wasn't as, like, in the know because I didn't really... At the time, I didn't really have a ton of friends that had Xboxes. So I wasn't really... I enjoyed Halo 1, and I was able to play it on PC. So, like, that's how I was able to, like, be in the know when it came to Halo 1. But yeah, Halo 2, like, there was this weird kind of, like, this hole in my, like, experience with the Halo series. Because, yeah, oddly enough, Halo 2 was, like, the one I kind of missed entirely. Because I didn't actually get an Xbox console until much, much later. So I wasn't like able to play it like when it was on multiplayer, that kind of thing. So was a little late to the party. Ouch. Dibella and Adra oh, you're right, she's Adra, so she's actually one of the nice ones. She's the nice horny one, and honestly, a nice horny deity would be the one responsible for wet dreams. That makes sense. The Nier series is good, yeah. Actually, again, to name drop Jet, he actually gifted me a copy of the first game in the series that's on Steam. Can't remember what it's called, but it's the predecessor to Nier Automata. Nier Automata came out first because I think the original first Nier game was like a console exclusive. So the Steam version, the PC version, was like a kind of a re-release, or maybe even a remake of the first Nier game. But anyway, yeah, that's a series I would like to get into because I've heard it's amazing. How much of your job? Oh, really, Blackbird? Oh, that's right. You were telling us about the ticketing system, all that jazz. And also Booba. I'll do one of my friends, or yeah, I think who did I hear this from? I think it was one of my friends that. Oh no, I was watching another streamer. I was watching Ty Tuesday, and he was talking about Nier Automata, and one of his friends had asked about it, and he was like, I'll ask you this much. Do you like Bayonetta and feeling sad? Then do I have the game for you? Of course, I'm sure it's more complex than that, but that always stuck with me. Do I like Bayonetta and feeling sad? Because talk about fun booba game. I mean, Bayonetta's a good one too. What taste MD has? I'm guessing MD is from the game, on the series. Some Dead by Daylight Reaper Queen, very nice. Been to Magnus Oblivion as well. Excellent. Fantastic. It's being promoted. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Nice to hear that Oblivion's getting some recognition. Because, yeah, I heard about the What Games Week thing, which is kind of a fun, like, goofy thing to up the ante in the lead up to the what's it called? Oh, over encumbered. To the what's it called? Game Awards tomorrow. So yeah, it's nice that some lesser known games are getting some spotlight. Granted, Oblivion isn't exactly obscure, but relative to Skyrim, it's fairly unknown. It's kind of hard to compare the two because, I mean, when Oblivion came out, it was very much mainstream, I would say. Let's charge our stuff. Might as well. If I have any other, like, not as fancy soul gems, there we go. Yeah, just feed those into my weapon to charge them up. Get them all juicy. And then some other things I should probably part with. I don't think I have a lot of weapons. I'm looking for things to offload. Staff of Storms. Oh, this thing, yeah. Let's drop that one. That's not a very good weapon. It looks cool. It looks very cool, actually. We got that from a quest. Like, doesn't that look neat? It looks really neat. I like the design on the blade itself. I think it looks really badass, but the stats for it are just very not good. But yeah, I like that. I like the... It's almost like a vine or like a rose... rose vine going down the blade. Very cool. Still going, Blackburn. They still won't open overtime. Jesus. Eventually, hopefully, they're gonna figure out that they're treading water. That they're, you know, this is not gonna get better until they do something about it. By the way, we found the zombie hallway. Lucky us. I'd rather these zombies be dead, I guess. So I'll take it. The spider god, the horny one. I thought Mephala was the spider one, the web spinner. What was my first M-rated game? Probably either Perfect Dark or... No, it wouldn't have been Eternal Darkness because Eternal Darkness was GameCube. Although that was relatively early M-rated game. Probably Perfect Dark. Maybe Red Faction, but I think Perfect Dark beat it out. Death Quarters, by the way. Death Quarters has such a happy and fond name. Actually, hold on, real quick. I didn't miss anything else, did I? Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, it was pretty much a linear path. No, I loved Perfect Dark. Love, and I still love it. Still love that game. Porticulus. Oh boy. No, it's a good, very good game. I played a lot of GoldenEye back in the day, so Perfect Dark was like the next step. Like it was a very obvious evolution when it came to like the GoldenEye gameplay loop. So I love Perfect Dark, but I remember playing it because my brother bought it, and I was playing it at my brother's house. I think he was like he was doing something where he actually hadn't gotten home yet. So I was at their place, and I was like, oh cool, Perfect Dark, I'll play it for a bit. And I remember it's the first level. I go to shoot one of the guys, and he falls over, and then there's like a pool of blood, and like his body doesn't disappear, and there's a pool of blood that forms where he died, and I was like, oh my god, like it kind of freaked me out because in GoldenEye, body disappears. There's like a little bit of blood on their like clothing, but that's it. But yeah, in Perfect Dark, I was like, oh my god, that's kind of fucked. And it wasn't like traumatizing, but it was surprising because I didn't know it was rated M. And yeah, there's like swearing, there's what else? I guess that's it. Just a little bit of blood and a little bit of swearing. It's not that bad, obviously, but it's enough. What adventures, Reaper Queen? So yeah, that's the thing. So we're doing Daedric quests tonight. Last time we finished up the Fighters Guild, and the time before that we finished up the Mages Guild. Couple streams before that we finished up the Thieves Guild. We also knocked out the Dark Brotherhood and the main quest for that matter too. So we've been busy. But tonight we're wrapping up Daedric shrines, and then we're also going to be doing the arena most likely. Who's this person, by the way? Is this the guy? Archved, perhaps? Whomst are you? But yeah, we have the Daedric shrines that we're working on right now. We have the arena, and then we of course have other DLCs such as Knights of the Nine, and then the big one, Shivering Isles, which I'm very excited for. Lots of good stuff ahead of us. It's not quite obscure. It's Oblivion. Oh my gosh, that's way better than it has any business being. Odzu. Rug Dump. It's a good name, Ibalama. It's a very good name. You can tell which dev made what cave. Interesting. Oh, interesting, Reaper Queen. Because yes, some caves have a propensity for undead, for better or for worse. Perfect Dark. Yay, always have Mr. Jangles. Mr. Jangles knows the good shit. The quest lines. That's right, Reaper Queen. We're knocking them down. But we still got quite a bit of game left because I've been informed that the Shivering Isles quest line is a doozy. Couldn't finish the level. Leave. Came back. Oh, really? Oh, that is wild, Odzu. That never happened to me back in the day. Ozdu saw some weird stuff, but that sounds memorable for sure. Of course, I know there were cartridge tilts back in the day. I know GoldenEye was susceptible to cartridge tilt glitches, but yeah, never heard about that with Perfect Dark. That's interesting. No world so great as the world of the mind, so says this note written in a trembling hand. No voyage is so well traveled as the traveler in the land of dreams. Abyss so deep as the well of terror that lies within each of us. Plumbed. Now I understand what that word means because a plumber is one who plumbs. I use the word plunder for that kind of case, just because it sounds nice. But to plumb, it makes sense that it's a word, but I never thought about it. I've seen the unthinkable, and I am unafraid. Even death's boundaries do not confine me. The Lord of limitless space and the master of place and time. I wonder if this guy like saw some cosmic horrors that maybe dwindled his sanity a little. GTA 3, yep, that was it. Oh, she bought it for, oh, that was smart, but sinister Resident Evil. I like it. Walked into the living room, yep, she was probably like, what have I done? Yep. Yeah, that's incredible. It's an open world RPG inside of your open world RPG. Yeah, that tracks with what I've heard. I've heard it's really special. Every game you played, even without scary stuff, was still... Oh, that's actually pretty cool, Adzu. Yeah, games that would have that kind of effect on you. You think this was written by Michael Kirkbride? I would not doubt it, actually. I mean, this is very much kind of in his style. The doors of sleep, the universe lies waiting for me. No longer wait for my dreams to carry my worlds away to unknowable deeps, to unspeakable vastness. To own the house of Vermina forever. The orb. The orb is as precious, perhaps. No compass to my destination, no end to my journey. My mind is the eternal voyager. Fearless and wild with wonder in the halls of horror. I take this with me. Illusion. I can actually use some help with illusion. It's my worst magic school skill. Do you had to return it? Oh, that's a shame. I mean, it's it's a game that is, I would say, probably not appropriate for kids. That's for sure. It's a good ass game though. An absolute classic. Actually, streamed a playthrough of GTA 3 a couple years ago. This, of course, was right before the DMCA crisis on Twitch started being a thing, so I was able to miss most of that bullshit. Although I want to play through Vice City on stream as well, and streaming Vice City is going to be tricky because, you know, DMCA bullshit, but still, one of these days. So here's Arkved. He is awake by all measures. He is not hostile, so if I were to wake him up, he would probably be willing to talk to me. Let's save and see if I can pickpocket him. I wonder if he has the orb on his person. Oh, I cannot interact with him. Okay, never mind. He is unconscious. I don't want to wake him. I want to steal from him. I guess that's the game's way of saying, keep going. Keep going. So through this door right here. Because, I mean, this room is pretty fucked, and, I mean, it's clear that he has been, that the orb has affected him and his dominion. Serena said that, yes, when he dabbled, that it brought him more than he bargained for. This will take us to the basin, which is a little bit surprising. Oh. Okay, so the death quarters. Oh, that's kind of cool. So there was a shortcut this whole time to the death quarters. Alright, well, let's go back. There's clearly more where that came from. So apparently... Oh, apparently it's somewhere in this room then. Oh, I'm a dingus. That's the orb. Blah, blah, blah. Don't I feel like a dumbass? I was thinking, oh, that's just a plain ass crystal ball. Who cares? But it is all glowy and fancy. Now that I have your orb, are you, like, sad? Return to the shrine. He's unconscious. Oh my god. Please let me sleep in this bed so I can level up. Yes! I want to sleep in the... I want to snuggle up in bed with him so I can level up. Move over, buddy. I gotta rest for an hour. I can't believe it. I'm so amazed the game let me do that. That's so incredible. He's my snuggle buddy. It's a couple snuggle buddies. That's what we are. Fan-fucking-tastic. That makes me so happy. Endurance +5, by the way. Yes, please. Must have been a very good snuggle session. It was a good snuggle puddle if that's our reward. Because I think normally if there's somebody sleeping in a bed and you like walk up to the bed and click it, it'll say like you cannot sleep, this bed is occupied. Not that time. The game said, hey buddy, you can do whatever you want, homie. Don't let me stop you. That was a cool quest. I like that a lot. I was kind of hoping there'd be some grand finale. But yeah, I love that kind of spacey, weird, surreal kind of stuff. That's really neat. Hey, what's up, Mace? That's right. I like to think we were the little spoon that time. Having the time of his life. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna let him do his thing. He's all like high on cosmic horror or whatever he snorted while he was dabbling in the realm of nightmares and wet dreams. Well, just a little bit of sexy time, just a little bit. That's a treat. No mark and recall. Yeah, I feel that, Jim. That is a bummer. Next to an unconscious man. You know, it's a sleeping man. It's okay. It's because he's sleepies.
My orb is returned, and Arkfed will live out the rest of his days in nightmare. It is fitting.
What if I could kill him to put him out of his misery, maybe?
Proved yourself, mortal. It is fitting as well that you should bear my token.
Excuse me, I'm talking to the lady. Why is she like cheering at me? What? The game crashed, dude! Vermina, you fucking piece of shit! You crashed my game when you gave me a thing. She was like, how befitting you shall wear my badge of honor. Now go forth, mortal. Enjoy the spoils of your plunder, and then she fucking destroys the universe. Classic Vermina move, honestly. Let's try that again, because the game done did crash on us. Twice now. Twice it's happened tonight. The game knew what it was doing. Odds it with the sleepy thing. Yes, snuggly sleepy man's. Side eye for the no attribute. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that, Jim. In fact, you might have been the one that told me that Skyrim just doesn't have attributes. So strength, endurance, luck, none of that. I mean, I guess they decided they wanted to simplify things and only have skills, but yeah, it's a shame that there's no governing attributes. I feel like that's an interesting way to build your character up in this game. Waking up in strangers' beds. I mean, this was pretty strange, but yeah, it was pretty tame in a lot of ways. I mean, this whole quest has been strange. Try that again. Anyway, we run it back because yeah. So here's what happened. This lady over here like kind of bumped into me, and I was like, "Hey, watch it!" And then she like raised her fist at me, like that. I like that. She raised her fist at me, and then yeah, like that. And then the game crashed.
It is fitting as well.
So she's just staring at me. Anyway, so don't crash. Oh, like we got Skull of Corruption. That sounds very nice and happy. Let's see. Skull of Corruption is our reward.
Your business with Vermina is complete. Tremble should she visit you in your dreams.
All right, thank you.
True dreaming.
What were you like fist pumping at? She was like fist pumping. She was so excited.
Your business with Vermina is complete.
Oh, they just say the same thing. Okay.
True dreaming.
So anyway, what's this cool helm thing that we got? Crap, I must have scrolled right by it. It is a helmet, right? It's the helm of something something. That was from Fighters Guild quest line. This is something I just want to sell. It's something I want to hang on to. It's from the main quest. Oh, you know what? Maybe it isn't a... Oh, it's like the skull of something something, right? Maybe it is one of these kinds of things, like the scales. Wish there was a filter option where I could like search for things in my inventory. Could be a... Oh, it's a weapon. Oh, shit. Okay. It's a staff. Corruption on target. Whoa, that's pretty dope. Damn, that's looking pretty boss. What's up, Jet? Hey, that's exciting, Jet. That's awesome you're doing a collab tonight, bud. That sounds great. Have a good night, Five Finger. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate you. That looks really cool. So, corruption. What corruption does. I should find somebody to be a victim. Who's next? You? No, I'm not gonna cast it on a person. I'm not a monster, but I will cast it on a monster. Return a little while. Oh, of course, Joe. I'm always happy to have whomsoever wants to hang out with us. But no, I actually want to hear more about the collab later. That sounds really cool. Jet says, I'm always watching. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're on the toilet. And all the above. What is next? I think next is going to be Malakath. What's a troll fat? And we got the goods. I remember where he is. But he is one of the quests that we had gathered but didn't have the stuff for at first. We were kind of at a weird point. We never we didn't see trolls for a long time. So it took a while to get there. Troll fat. Troll fat is on our person now. You know what? Actually, here, I'm just going to stare at the compass. It says west. So it is way out this way. Way out this way. Looks like he doesn't want to hold it. Yeah, he's like, I don't want this. Yeah, his like stance is not very confident. Oh, well, of course we have a not very confident looking face. That might have something to do with it too. Hold on, I want to find a thing to cast this at. Now I have to be careful because again, running through these green rolling fields in like open areas is a great way to get a crash to happen. So I have to be very careful here. But, oh, I like how that just popped in suddenly. I want to just hit something with this thing. I just want to see what it does. Is it on target? It is on target. Good. Maliketh? Yeah, I'm guessing that's from another game. You know, whenever I don't want to fight monsters is when I encounter them. And now that I'm looking for one, I'm having a hard time finding one. Can you believe that shit? Of course, it is nighttime, so maybe the monsters are sleepy times right now. Is this a place I've been to before? It is not a place I've been to before. That's neat. You know what? What am I doing? I'm just gonna go into the tower here. Especially since it's a tower I've been to before, Fort Such. We've been there and such. So I might as well. Planning to use our cool new toy. Oh, it's all hollowed out and sad. Is there an interior at least? There is. Give me something to murder, please. You've been corrupted. Oh my god, that's unexpected. Take your bets. Who's gonna win? Come on, left man. Come on, lefty.
I'm just warming up, you.
So it duplicates them. Corrupted clone. Wow, that's really fucking cool, actually. Oh, he had a name? Uh-oh, was I not supposed to go in here? I've already been in here before, though. Okay. Well, weird that he had a name. Usually it's just like Bandit or Marauder or something. But I've been through here before, so yeah, whatever. But that is strange. Anyway, that's really cool. It's not something I'm really going to use all that often. We'll save that for special occasions. But that is pretty slick. Well, while attacking? Oh, because I was casting a spell. Now, that was really nice. I like that a lot. That's really cool. Let's go back to the shrine and get some actual stuff done. But again, yeah, after a certain point, I'm gonna have to probably break down and like look up locations of Daedric shrines, because there's only one or two other ones beyond Malakath whose locations are known. I just haven't been there yet. Can I clone anyone? It's a very, very good question. You would expect there to be some limitations. Like it probably couldn't clone Maroon's Dagon when we fight him. But yeah, I would imagine the possibilities are probably fairly limitless.
You brought a present.
The troll fat.
You want something? And if you're smart, you do what I tell you. Lord Drad took my ogres. Says he owns
Dread.
them. Lying maggot! They're my ogres!
Damn.
Lord
Passion
Drad,
delivery.
My little brothers in chains, working in the mines. I don't like that. Get over to Lord Drad's estate. Let my ogres loose and get them out. Okay. Get going.
Let my people go. Yeah, good voice, like very impassioned voice acting. I turned the volume down. I was like, damn, son. Malakath's popping off. He spoke to me. Spoke is an awfully neutral term for what just happened. It's one of those things where, like, after that conversation, I feel like my hair's blown back. And I was like, saliva all over my face. Yeah, Adzu, exactly, Adzu. Ooh, BDR's got one for us as well. Absolutely. Yeah, but what exactly odds? Yeah, it's like, what if? But what if quick save? Alright, so yes, we shall absolutely do that. And it's actually quite close by. How convenient. That was the place we saw. We actually just saw this place for the very first time. And now we're gonna touch it for the very first time. Much like another kind of word. But anyway, we'll save that for just a moment because we have a MS Paint challenge. We're gonna hop right to it. Courtesy of BDR. Thank you for the redemption, BDR. 15 total. Oh, wow. We definitely haven't done 15. Oh, BDR says he hasn't done it yet. Okay, cool. Yeah, or if Discord is being weird, you could also send it. You could post in the chat if you have like an Imgur link. Imgur, if that's the right word for it. Or you could email it to me. I have email. My email address is listed on my socials page, which is right here. Got a few options. I know Discord is limited with like image sizes and dimensions sometimes for DMs in particular. We're to set the ogres free. Let them run amok. Lord Drod's estate. Cool sounding name. I wonder if these are going to be nice people or if they're going to try to attack us on sight. Hard to say. So we probably need to go into the main building. So, oh, we gotta free these guys though, most likely. Oh, there's no one here. Just a bunch of scattered food and pumpkins and meats. I figured they'd all be in here. They're not actively working right now. There we go, BDR's got it. Nice. Can't think of one that scans the last two. Like a big head and a small jaw. I like the idea. Like an orc Alex. Lord Drod's estate. Now, apparently it is considered trespassing to go in now. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and save. Let's fast forward time by 8 hours. When you've got a masterpiece, sometimes you gotta bend the rules a little bit. Bend the time constraints a little bit. Right, so once again, there's like nobody or no humans or trolls here. I was thinking in the slave quarters, maybe we could find them here and unshackle their chains. But no such luck. There's like nobody here at all. So I'm going to... Yeah, again, I still see that it's considered trespassing. We of course autosave before we try this, so probably fine.
I think you should leave.
Greetings, traveler. What is your business here?
I think you should leave! Fuck you! And then I talk to her, she's like, hello, thank you for joining us, traveler. So she recognized we're trespassing, but she thinks we're just okay. Just so-so. Excuse me. Oh, the horde voice. Oh, I got you. From Warcraft 3.
Husband, a kind and gentle man. He has given me everything I might ever desire.
Where is he, though?
Take care.
Take care. And then she's gonna say, get the fuck out! So is there like a back door? Because she is like ready and like waiting for us. So if the dude is not in the main floor, the ground floor, he's probably upstairs. And the ogres are nowhere to be found. On the outside. Yeah, I'm thinking, oh. Could it be in this? The bleak mine. I don't think that's related. We'll check that out in a second. How's about this? We could always go full chameleon. And just like sneak around. In fact, that might be what we need to do then to get through here without acquiring a bounty. Which I usually like to avoid if I can help it. So let's do that. It's always going to be considered trespassing anyway, so we have some tools at our disposal. So chameleon, 30%. And then two other things. Shadows, 30. And then, what? Not equipped. Like if I de-equip this one. 35, actually. What's that bringing me to? Is that like 90, I think? I mean, 95, that's pretty good. Is there another thing that I have? I know we've got the get up and the 2 rings. Was there anything else that has chameleon? I have a shield, I don't think. Oh, don't have an amulet that I'm aware of, at least. Morag tongue, none of that. Like damage ring. Interrogation. Oh, right, hand-to-hand and speechcraft. That's kind of fun. 30%, 30%. Right, so we already have that. So we can't bring it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, cannot bring it to 100. But 95 is pretty good. So we're still pretty darn hard to see. So maybe he is in the bleak mine, because that key is right there. She's like, oh, my husband is such a kind and gentle man. So generous, he's given me everything, she says. But I wonder what kind of illicit shit he's up to. And I kind of feel like I should not... Oh, is that him right there? That is him. So once she comes down... Actually, maybe I can, like... swoosh up this way, perhaps. Got pretty good acrobatics. Just kind of body blocking the hallway. I mean, maybe I can get through there, but I don't know. I'm worried that it'll blow my cover. Dripping so hard. Oh, we just... do you mean that, like, our invisibility? Like, it's because we're invisible, or mostly invisible because our drip is too strong? Because I'm very much okay with that way of thinking. Man, she's just gonna chill there forever, huh? She was like walking around a whole bunch. Cannot wait while trespassing. Okay, that's gonna be a thing then. If I wait for an hour. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna squeeze by her and hope that it works. Okay, we're good. Anything that he has for like... Oh, here we go. Your sapphires and your easy to unlock chests. For healing potion, I guess. Apparently I'm allowed to sleep in it. Oh, I'm not allowed to sleep in his bed. Dang. Never mind. Okay, anyway.
I welcome you to my humble home, stranger. What brings you to this place?
So if we just walk up and talk to him, he'll talk.
I am Lord Drad. The land is good, the farm productive, but it's mining the wealth from beneath the land that
So
will
it is
make
the
my
mine.
fortune.
It is the mine. Let's talk about your ogre friends.
Can you think of a better use for the mindless beasts? Under my eye, they do some good in this world.
No creature should be a
I
slave.
don't believe I asked for your opinion on this matter. I am done speaking with you. Please leave my estate.
Alright. So unsurprisingly, he was none too happy with our assertion. However, this is an easy thing to resolve, quote unquote. First and foremost, let's go back to Moragtong thing. At least I think, I think Moragtong was our gear. And that, and then is it the retribution ring? What were we using? I think it was Eidolon's Edge and what else did I have? Wasn't the shield ring, I don't think. I haven't like messed with my ring inventory in a while. So was I previously using? It was probably this one. Reflect damage and fortify strength. Probably that one. Spell resist magic. That's a really good ring for fighting spellcasting things. Like any kind of spellcasting combat situation, that's perfect. Yeah, let's go with that. So to the mine we go. Do we have boots of invisibleness? Piazza? Is that what you're getting at? We have water walking. Oh, I actually want to sell those. We have those boots. Our current, we have the Morag Tongue boots. That's just for sneaking, which is nice, but it's not for chameleon. Unfortunately, that's resist frost. Those are greaves. I want to sell those. Oh, wait, no, we're keeping those greaves, but the other ones we want to sell. Resist shock. Yeah, those are the boots we're currently using. So I don't have any chameleon boots, unfortunately. Nice as that would be. I would welcome some chameleon boots, given the opportunity. He's half green. He's been macking on a lady ogre. I sure hope so. Wonder if they are. Are they gonna fight me on first sight? Maybe. Salt pork. I guess you mean like salted pork. I would try it. I'm not usually a huge fan of like overly salty things, but I'd give it the old college try if it's recommended as being good. Yeah, it's a good ass ring Piazza. We're lucky we found 2 of them.
It is not surprising. Your presence here will not
Oh really? They do fight on combat. Although they're not going to be too hard to dispatch. Good to know that, yes, we want to be sneaky and whoa as I get into my ass knocked down. Want to be sneaky. And our efforts of being sneaky will be rewarded with sneak attacks and such. This guy's shit talking this whole time. Oh, and then I stole his axe. Fuck you. And he bends down and I zap him in the ass. Hell yeah. The bitrate, yeah, I think the bitrate did shit out a little bit. Odzu. I don't think it was on your end. We probably dropped a little bit of frames there. I think it's better now, but or it should be better now at least. Let's see a lot of Orcish gear, by the way. Orcish and Daedric and Ebony. Tarnished ogre. Yeah, sometimes, especially lately, I feel like over the past couple weeks, we've had more instances of just, thankfully minor and brief, but still some noteworthy moments of bitrate shenanigans. But thankfully they never stick around for too long. When I move into my fiance's place, she has pretty good internet at her place. She has fiber internet actually, so with any luck, the streams there will be nice and more consistent. I want to try to be sneaky, as again, we get rewarded with sneak attacks if we can pull it off. Bam. Especially if you can get subsequent sneak attacks. He never detected us somehow, so we were able to just keep spanking his ass. Same with this guy. The NPCs are sometimes dumb that way. Like if you have a decent sneak attack, or a sneak skill, and you get like a sneak attack and the attack ends in such a way where they can't see you, you can chain together multiple sneak attacks and they'll just like stand with weapon drawn being like, who's there? As you're just pelting them. It's deeply unrealistic, but it's also deeply fun, which is much more important. The glass, yeah, the glass stuff looks I think the best in this game. I like how the Daedric stuff looks, I like how Ebony looks, Orcish, I mean I like how they all look. But glass is my favorite, just visually. Must have been the wind that just keeps stabbing me repeatedly in my spine. I appreciate his, I appreciate their optimism when taking those kind of mortal wounds. What they got here? They got some motherfucking gold veins. There's gold in them dar hills. Ebony and glass, yeah, they're pretty sweet, honestly. Even dwarven. Well, hold on. Is there dwarven armor? I think there is. I know there was Dwemer in Morrowind. I think there's dwarven armor in this game. Elven gear looks kind of cool, I think. Like, elven gear looks nice. Mithril looks pretty cool. Mithril's like very, very sleek and silvery and shiny. Yeah, glass all the way, baby. Makes it so easy. I almost feel bad. It's like we're kind of gaming the system a little bit. I broke his boots, apparently. Or his boots were already very broken. Like, that's weird for his boots to take... Specifically, his boots to take that much damage. Something... Yeah, I'm sneak attacking their ass specifically. It's like, it's the wind. It just does that sometimes. You know how it is.
Where are you? Ow!
Where are you? Now, apparently I am being seen right now, because it did like become... The little eyeball indicator did become illuminated, so I think somebody did see me, but it still counted them in sneak attack, so I'll take it. Apilama says, well, now I want to play this cool game. You know, Apilama, that's actually a thing I've had a few people mention, like when they stop in, where somebody would be like, they would pop in and watch for a bit, and then they would come back and be like, yo, Alex, you were playing Oblivion and it made me reinstall and start up a new file. That's always like a really flattering thing. Like if I've like hearing somebody say that I like influence them to try a game or even like buy a game. I don't really have any ambitions of being an influencer, but I think it's cool that people like are willing at least to try something based on what they see me play. I'm susceptible to it too. I mean, I've mentioned before how that's how I've learned and also learned about and also got significant exposure to mini games. RimWorld is the best example of that, where I hadn't even heard about that game until I watched I think Vinesauce and Limes and like a bunch of other streamers that I follow, and like watching them play it, I was like, man, this game looks cool as fuck, and that was what got me into it. So the idea that people might have that with me is, I think, like very, very flattering. Makes you want to play it. Yeah, that's awesome. It's reinstalled Adzu. I know that's a thing for some games for a lot of people. That of course, as you can imagine, that's how it is for me with Morrowind. I think Deus Ex is another one of those, where like the meme is somebody mentions Deus Ex in like a message board, and like eventually after enough discussion, somebody goes, fuck, reinstalling, like it's inevitable. Anyway, open the gates. Are you gonna be a nice ogre? Check to see if there are more to be freed. Oh, they're nice. I can't expect them to be nice, you know, always. Certainly not to us, but this is an exception because they recognize that we're freeing the dudes. Freeing the homies. The next bundle is going to be over this way. Bundle of joy. If by joy, I mean murder. And by, yes, and I do mean murder. That is accurate. I am going all the wrong ways. Yes. Oh. Oh, I wanted to kill more things. That's disappointing. A lot of fond memories playing these games. Yeah, just the Bethesda games in general, yeah. I know a couple of the friends that like very much have a fondness with Bethesda games in particular. Actually, George is a good example. Apelam, you probably know who I'm referring to. Zero Period Productions. He's probably like the most like versatile, like well-versed Bethesda streamer for sure, but like just enjoyer of Bethesda games. I mean, does the Fallout stuff, obviously Skyrim, obviously Elder Scrolls Online. So yeah, like for me, he's probably like the premier, like most experienced person that I've ever seen for sure. Gonna crack it open. What's up, Rossi? RimWorld and Noita. That's right. Yeah, Noita's another good example. Although I was like, I think we saw Noita, I think it was on like the PC gaming show at one year for E3. It was either that or it was shown in the Game Awards one year. Because I remember seeing it like a trailer and being like, this game looks dope as fuck. I was like super hyped for it. So I was watching the development cycle for it. But, and then like when I saw people were streaming it, I actually avoided it because I wanted it to be, like be all natural for me, to be unspoiled. But yeah, RimWorld for sure. Sure. Rimworld and oh, you're saying it, you add them to your library. Oh, that's so nice, Rossi. Well, I thank you for sharing that. That's like that's really sweet. It's very fun. So was that it? I freed them all. Let's return to the shrine. I kind of want to see this go down though. Can we see like the aftermath of what we've done? Like they're slowly ambling. I want to see them like maraud through the house of the man that runs the show. Excuse me, you're very thick. You're very thick, and I need to get through. Some would say you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Here we go. Yeah, I was hoping that we would like emerge to a scene of them just fucking ripping shit apart. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at this. So he's not dead. He's been made into a slave. Yeah.
Please, I've got to get to work. If I don't, who knows what those ogres will do to me?
I thought they were just gonna murder his ass. No, they just they took ownership, I guess. These are strangely I don't know, strangely like plotting ogres. You would think they would just fucking murder and pillage and eat and destroy. It's the idea that they were like, let's subjugate these motherfuckers. Like strangely like long game they're playing. Whoop. That's not good. Is it coming back? Maybe? Give it a second. I don't know if you can hear me right now. But I'm waiting for the screen. Oop, yep, there goes that. It's coming back. It is coming back eventually. Alright, and we're back. Alright, good. The game, believe it or not, did not crash, although it thought about it. It thought long and hard. I thought real long and hard. Oddly enough, Steam is being weird. Steam is being very weird. Like, the Steam window is all black, which is a little bit unnerving. I think we're alive, though. I think we're alive.
Now my poor husband is the slave, and the ogres are his masters. They haven't harmed us, but he's never worked so hard in his life.
Like her cool purple hair. We made it. That's right. Yeah, it was a little bit unnerving for a second there. Yeah, like I don't know if you heard on your guys' end, but I had some things disconnect and reconnect on my computer. I think it was my graphics card drivers acting up. Because one of my monitors just disconnected and then reconnected. This game does weird things. Weird things to my computer. Resident Evil says why. The answer is Oblivion. Oblivion causes very strange things happen to my computer. But I think most of it can be boiled down to graphics driver issues or abnormalities. But we're back. We're back. And if it crashes 3 times in one stream, then we call that the hat trick. Especially if it does so without us having to, without losing OBS or like having to restart the stream. I'm gonna talk to you from up here. Is this cool, fam?
Good job. No one owns ogres but me.
Jesus.
And I fixed that maggot. The ogre's own drag. Make drag eat death. Now you get a present. Keep up the good work and be nice to my little brothers.
When he says be nice to my brothers, I'm assuming he means be nice to the ogres. Motherfucker, I would if I could, but they attack me on sight all the time. This is the one time we had a positive experience with an ogre. Anyway, Volendrung. That's a name I think I recognize. I wonder if that was from Morrowind. Or seen in Morrowind, rather. It makes them oblivious. Adzu's getting a lot of mileage out of that joke, and honestly, I'm here for it because it's a good one. It's a banger. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, man. So if anybody has the bingo board that they're watching and you're looking for like a really good item or piece of equipment that we can't use, this is a really good piece of equipment that we just can't use. It's not that we physically can't, but we have nothing in blunt weapons. So, paralyzed on strike, though, for 3 seconds, that's fucking busted. That's really good. Drain health is I'm less excited about, but paralyzed, whoa. Ooh, doggy. So yeah, we really have no business keeping this weapon, so I'm gonna have to drop it, unfortunately. Clunk. Thanks for this priceless artifact, this priceless Daedric artifact. Let me fucking fling it from the top of the mount of the statue. Here, I'll place it at the base of the statue in your illustrious orkiness, or ogreness, maybe. I don't know. Whatever you are. No, Jesus. Speaking of orcs.
Malacath likes you. You don't look very foul or ugly, but just keep doing ugly stuff and you'll be fine.
I mean, I appreciate the sentiment.
Good fortune, Volendrung.
I appreciate the sentiment that you think I'm not very foul or ugly looking, but have you seen my guy's face? We're not winning any beauty pageants with this NPC, or with this face, that is. I'll say that much. So thank you, NPC. I appreciate what you're going for, but don't just lie to me like this. Just give it to me straight, please. I can take it, I promise. So I think that was the last Daedric shrine that we had on our radar at this exact moment. However, like I said, there are still several remaining. There was one that we happened upon not too long ago, Sanguine. Dear brother, let's go this way. A pretty chill ogre, all things considered. It's a fairly low bar. Pretty much any ogre that doesn't try to murder us on sight is in the running for the chillest. It's in every Elder Scrolls game. I think you're right, Irasi. It sounds awfully familiar. A troll. I haven't seen many of these. Don't see a lot of those in the wild. Now, I wonder what this shrine is going to want from us. And a beard. Beard hair, yep. Clavicus Vile. Well, like I said, Piazza, I have no idea where Clavicus Vile, where his shrine is. So that's one we'll have to look up. So I'm just going by the ones that I do know already. Mr. Bear, please. You are not doing me any favors. I ask you to leave. Thank you. There's also a tower we're about to pass by. A Sanguine is a character we've heard a lot about, especially during the Dark Brotherhood questline. What's his name?
Have you
Ingorm.
come to revel in the glory that is the shrine of Sanguine?
Engorm. Sounds like a medical status. Well, sir, his liver is engormed. Oh, that's not good. Tell him about the
It
shrine.
is a place of celebration for us. We dance, we make love. Would you speak with Sanguine?
So this is the orgy shrine. I will speak.
Approach then, and bring Sanguine a gift. Some Cyrodiilic brandy is an appropriate gift for your host.
Okay. Cyrodiilic brandy. You got it, fam. Who's thirsty? Oh, we have to open the chest with her blessing. His blessing. Yeah, he's a drunk lad with skull and tankard. So Cyrodiilic brandy. Let's get ourselves some of that shit. Level 8 or higher. I think we probably have to go to like a good bar. I mean, if nothing else, we could just fast travel to like the nearest town. Skingrad? Let's see if Skingrad's got some Cyrodiilic brandy. Welcome each other with just a little bonk in the head as a treat. And it's more than a little bonk though. They like to go for the big bonks, the murder bonks. All right, I need a stiff drink. Is this a bar, tavern? I think it is. Although it's late.
A pleasure to speak with you.
You have the juice?
What can I interest you in?
I need the juice. That's all food. This is not the juice at all. This is, oh, I guess. Well, yeah, they have wine. What the hell? Well, all right. Well, this is not quite what I had in mind, but all right. Gotta be some other bars around here. Don't tell me this is a dry place. Yo, Jimmy, what's up, bud? Thank you, Mr. Jimmy. I see we're dropping some frames, by the way, but don't you worry about it. I won't worry about it if you won't. Let's go ahead and fast forward time, by the way, because I think we're past the witching hour. Jimmy, how you doing, man? Thank you for that raid. We're playing more Oblivion. Our playthrough continues. We've made a lot of progress. For those who know this game, we are finished with the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, the main quest. We did the Maroon's Razor quest line, so we've done a lot of things. We still have lots to go. We're doing Daedric Shrine quests right now, and we'll also be doing. We also have the arena to go, and then we also have Knights of the Nine, and then the Shivering Isles. So we got a lot left to go.
Skimgrad's finest selection of general merchant.
Oops, sorry. I'm trying to do a quick shout out for Jimmy. Do a quick shout out doing some more Secret World Legends. Is it the same playthrough as before, Jimmy, where you like switch off between original The Secret World and Secret World Legends? For those that don't know, Secret World Legends is one of my favorite online RPGs. It's kind of an MMO in some ways, and we played through it a couple years back, and Jimmy helped us out a whole lot with that playthrough, because Jimmy is a very experienced content creator around that game, and just is experienced in general with the game. He knows everything and has done everything, and he does a lot of challenge runs. And what's up, A Name? I like that emote. That is delightful and trippy. I love it. And in this area right now, we just took on a quest to took on a Daedric Shrine quest where we need to approach the Daedric deity rather, the Daedric deity with a gift that is like befitting for their character in order for us to begin the quest proper. So in this particular quest, or for this particular shrine, we need to go to Sanguine, approach them with a flask of Cyrodiilic brandy, which is a fairly not cheap alcoholic beverage in this game. So I'm looking for a bar that would sell that kind of thing. We could potentially steal it from like a wealthy place as well, but buying it from a bar is the easiest option if that is available. Oh wait, this was from that quest, right? This was the whodunit quest. Are the bodies still there? Probably not. It's been long enough. Yeah, the bodies have been cleaned up. How disappointing. So they have like the cheap stuff, but I don't think they would have Cyrodiilic brandy here, unfortunately. It's a fairly recognizable looking bottle. It's quite unique looking. Doing the side by side, very nice. Hit the end of original Secret World, so you got the one more zone. It's probably the South Africa continent, right, Jimmy? Like the very end. Because the fact that you're at the end of the base game is pretty impressive, because I know that playthrough has been a long one for sure. But have a good night, Resident Evil. Thanks for stopping in, bud. What if it would be in the castle? Maybe. I don't know. Let's check the map again. Surely there's that one bar that had actually no alcohol at all. It just sold food, which is weird. There's a lodge. Let's try that lodge. That might just work for us. That's one downside with these Daedric Shrine quests. You sometimes, to acquire the thing that you need to gift to the deity to start your quest, sometimes like the thing they request is kind of hard to find. Like sometimes it's fairly uncommon. Interesting, Odzu. Yeah, so whatever the quest is, it sounds like it's going to be a doozy then once I get down to it. So I have that to look forward to.
Go ahead, please. I
and for
offer
some
the
booze.
finest goods and the lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Just wine and meat, just the cheap stuff. Wonder who would sell the fancy stuff then? Who would sell Cyrodiilic brandy? Because again, Cyrodiilic brandy is like pretty high end. Maybe we should just go to like some rich people's houses and see if we can steal some. Because that is what we've seen in the past. Oh, really, Piazza? All things, across from all things alchemical. Excellent. Thank you for the heads up on that. Yeah, that's something I'm more than happy to have. Like, some would say it's a spoiler, but it's like, I don't really care. Because this is more of just a kind of a needle in a haystack right now. So yeah, knowing exactly who would have one is very easy and convenient. So thank you, Piazza. So all things chemical. Alchemical, that is. It's up north of us. Okay. Thank you, Piazza. South Africa doing the old missions. Oh, that's a good idea. 49 streams. Wow, 3 hours per. That's a long project, man. That's a thick project. I can sympathize. This is stream number 65, maybe 64 of this Oblivion playthrough. So when it comes to long and enduring projects, I understand all too well how it goes. Of course, I've streamed other things in the meantime, like in the interim. I haven't only streamed this game, but still, it's been a big one. Can I get up there? I can add like jump around, but seems like that is not an option right now. All I can do is hump the wall. There we go. There we go. So all things alchemical is hands of a smith. Hold on. Oh, this is it, right? Lazara. Yeah, this is the one. So it's locked right now, but let me just do one of these. Whoopsie daisy.
Be quick about this or find someone else to talk to.
Okay, will do. I'm gonna be very quick. I'm gonna be so quick, they'll never even see me enter. I'll be so sneaky. Sneaky breaky. We'll get our sneaky rings and our bright green sneaky armor for some reason. Not gonna question why it works, it just does. It just works. There we go. So we have got, I think we said 95% sneak. It says leave me alone. So somewhere they got the goods here. Probably upstairs. Apparently I've been in here before. In fact, knowing me, I've probably stolen things from this person already. There it is. Cyrodiilic brandy. Yep, it looks very unique. It looks, well, I mean, I guess it's brandy, so it's a I guess brandy's a style of whiskey, I think. It's the hard shit. It's the hard liquor. Thank you to Piazza again for the heads up and where to go for that. That was very easy. Hey, Stoats. What's up, buddy? Thank you, Stoats. Thank you for that resub, buddy. Using that Prime sub, bud. 20 months. Thank you very much, my man. So it says, how are things going, bud? You know, you already know we're Oblivioning it up, and we are, we're doing pretty well. Last time we finished the Fighters Guild, and the time before that we finished the Mages Guild. You probably already know we've also finished the Thieves Guild, and the Dark Brotherhood, and the Mages Guild. So we're powering through it, man. Right now we're doing some light Daedric Shrine questing. In this particular case, we acquired some Cyrodiilic brandy so we can trade it to Sanguines. We can start Sanguine's Daedric Shrine quest. Pretty soon we're going to be doing the arena quest, or battles, I guess, and then we'll also do the Knights of the Nine pilgrimage. And then once all that is done, it means only Shivering Isles remains, which is all very exciting. All good stuff. But it's good to see you, bud. By the way, Stoats, you'll be happy to know I name dropped you earlier. I name dropped the Stoats experience because we were talking about Dwarf Fortress, and which of course first had just recently had its launch. It's a Steam launch at least, and I was regaling others with the time I was watching you play. Actually, I was watching you play Dwarf Fortress, and it was right around the time the adventure mode had come out, and it was the time when you were fighting an ogre, and an ogre grabbed your character by the nostrils, flung your guy against a wall, and your character's like entire body got pulped into a fine mist, and it itemized every body part and every piece of equipment as being turned to liquid. So when I was using that as an example of like a funny thing that I like observed when I watched somebody else play the game and saw the level of detail that the game was capable of. I always use that as an example of some of the crazy shit that can go down in that cool game. And I might also have ambitions to stream that game soon, because I did, one of my buddies actually gifted me a copy of the game, so I will be, I'm having my worst indulgences are being encouraged. There's another ring I was using earlier. I remember what it was. Was it this one? Yeah, this one. Mind and body. That's the one. It's like a distilled wine. Oh, okay. That's so that's what brandy is. I got you. Yeah, I always thought brandy was like a hard liquor, like a whiskey thing, like because there's the thing about like whiskey, to my knowledge at least, is that there's like lots of different forms of it that have different words, and I just assumed brandy was one of them. The realms of Cyrodiil. That's correct, my friend. I look so out of place. Yeah, maybe a little bit with our bright ass red hood. I guess the armor is not that out of place, but the red hood and the weird boots and the gigantic fancy ass shield and the cool sword, anime katana. So yeah, we do look a little bit weird. And of course, one of the joys of this game is that, or any Elder Scrolls game, is you end up looking like a pots and pans robot after a while with all the mismatched armor sets and shit like that. So inevitably you look very weird after a while. Dark Brotherhood questline, it was good, Stoats. It was very good. The game crashed, by the way. 4 crashes. 4 crashes in one day, if you can believe it. Goddamn. Let's relaunch. We just saved, obviously, so it's fine. But yeah, no, the Dark Brotherhood questline was quite good. The dead drop quests were kind of mundane when they were happening. Of course, there's the reveal, and the reveal was handled quite well. But the dead drop quests were like, go here and kill a guy. All right, like, I love the first half of the Dark Brotherhood questline, because it was like, go here and orchestrate this person's murder through this scheme and through these like diabolical methods. But then yeah, it's time for dead drop, stab. That's it. But again, the reveal at the end was cool, so the payoff was still worth it. It's just while it was happening, I was like, when's the thing gonna happen? Unique an encounter with a dragon. Oh, with Corey. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, it's a game I'm looking forward to. I've never played it. I've never actually played it myself. I've only watched you guys and other streamers play it, so I'm excited to dip my toes in and probably get lost into 1,000 rabbit holes, honestly. So here we go, friends. I like to think we're like uncorking it, or we're just like pouring it either around the statue or like pouring it into the mouth of the statue. Get drunk.
Another mortal. Come to beg Sanguine to add a bit of spice to an otherwise drab existence.
Not at all how I expected it to sound.
Perform a service for me. The
Not at all.
Castle Leowin is a dull, dreary place. The mistress is an especially somber soul, and tomorrow she will hold another excruciating dinner party. I want you to liven it up. Use this spell on the Countess and her guests. I think it will make the party much more interesting.
I like where this guy's going.
You should probably try to be inconspicuous, or they might kill you. Oh, and the party is by invitation only. You'll have to find a way in. Have fun.
Please let us turn this into an orgy. How many times have I joked about sex dungeons and orgies in this playthrough, and not once has it come to fruition? Now is our chance, hopefully. Do something about it. Or they're just gonna get drunk. I don't know. Regardless, cast a spell of Stark Reality. Alright, Stark Reality. What's that spell do? Well, it drains health. I don't like that part too much. Stark Reality 300 feet on target. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out. One more armor than the matching clothes. Right. Yes, Oddsy. That's pretty much how it's happened. I mean, in the case of the hood, it has no armor, but it has a shield effect on it, which is, and other nice things on it, which I like a lot. But yeah, that's the thing. We got that 95% chameleon. Almost said charisma. Chameleon. So we'll be able to use that to sneak in, obviously. Sanguine. Sanguine is a favorite, I think, for good reasons. He didn't at all sound how I thought, because he looks like a kind of a like a demon, kind of a goblin, kind of a I don't know. I guess I didn't know what to expect, but he sounds more impish than I was expecting. He said Castle Leowin, right? To the castle we venture. Blue balling us with the lack of orgies, man. So disappointing. But there's hope yet. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Please, game. Please. Please. We've had so many crashes tonight. Please. Okay. It's fine for now. Hasn't crashed yet. I mean, honestly, I can deal with the crashes. It's when it crashes and then, like, kills the stream. That's when I have a problem. But okay, we're good. It's all rainy. It's a sad, dreary day. So we need to liven this party up with some questionable spell effects, bequeathed to us by a Daedric lord of, again, questionable purpose. So the party is about to begin. Hello.
Crime doesn't pay.
Blah blah blah. Crime doesn't pay. I'm through talking to you. All right. That's probably not in the basement. Oh, here's the shield I flung away apparently at one point. They're probably in like their private quarters, or is it here?
What? What are you doing here? You don't look like one of the party guests. I don't remember you.
He's the bouncer.
I don't know who you are, and I'm not all that sure about you. But you're dressed for it. Can't imagine dressing up for any other reason. Go on in.
Oh, that was unexpected. He said, I don't know who you are. Motherfucker, we're the champion of Cyrodiil. I mean, he might have even fought with us during the defense of Roma. But you don't know who I am. I have an infamy of at least 110. Well, he let us in. He was like, you're clearly dressed the part. Do we look like we're prepared for a fancy dinner party? I guess I've never been to a fancy dinner party. I've been to some nice dinner parties. I've never been to a dinner orgy, though, so maybe I don't know what it's like. Alright, so we are to save. Because I don't know what to expect here. Shuten Doji. I'll admit I don't remember that name, or what it might be from.
Go ahead.
I heard that some of the provinces were talking about
Fine greetings to you.
Is their sad dinner party?
Probably just talk, though.
Something I can.
Is it, are we going to the Countess? Harrow. Oh, her last name is Caro. Okay.
What?
What? Okay.
Safe travels.
So they asked me to be subtle about how I do this. So right now, I am very much seen.
I don't think she likes
Tidings,
anyone.
citizen.
He's a very hard. She seems to have
Fine.
reasons. I wonder if has ever heard.
Everyone's just talking over each other. Very rude. What was it again? Stark. Tony Stark reality. So we're technically like in sight right now. What if I'm like over here?
In the Sunset Isle.
Stop! You violated the law. Since you lack the fun.
All right. So, wait, I lack the funds. Really? Resist arrest. Fuck you. This is why we save first. Hold on. I want to see what happened. Well, they did get naked. All right. So, getting naked, encouraging other people to get naked is an illegal act. They said you gotta be subtle about it. They weren't wrong.
Hi there.
What if I just do it like really quickly? Like I shut the door behind me and I fucking jump to action. Satyr from D&D. I feel like I should know that name, actually. Yeah, Stoat said, ask and you shall receive, Alex. Little did I know what I was getting myself into. We could always do the invisible thing, the chameleon thing. The chameleon thing, though, is such an easy strat, man. I feel a little bit bad. I lean on that so often, but it is very, very effective. So it's hard to argue.
About mysticism and sheep.
I don't understand the fast.
Psychopath on the loose.
Assault!
Well, doesn't seem that bad. It only affected like one person. I did acquire a bounty for it, though. Okay, well, can I at least, like, get everybody? You're gonna fight me? You're gonna fight me for starting an orgy, really?
Break the law on my watch, will you? I'll be confiscating your stolen goods. Oh, and no gold to pay your fine.
No gold to pay your fine.
Off to the lockup then.
I've got so much gold.
Then pay.
He says no gold to pay your fine. Motherfucker. Look at my bounty. Oh, it's because I lost all my stuff. Oh no, it must have affected me too. That's why they say no gold. I was so confused earlier. What if I get the guards to get naked? Now this is technically damaging them, so... This is the angriest orgy I have ever seen. A lot of punching and a lot of swords. And not nearly enough insertions. Here, I'm gonna mess up the dinner table. I'm gonna reload the save, so I might as well have a little bit of fun. Well, you wouldn't kill a naked man, would you? Fucking incredible. Okay, so to be clear, what's happening is I'm hitting myself with the spell effect. That's what's happening, right? It's fascinating to me because I don't know where our gear went. It's not like it de-equipped things. It's like our gear just got deleted. So I think it deletes your entire ass inventory. So it's like a hard commit on the nudity, on the orgy. It's like your worldly possessions gone forever. Might as well stick your dick in something, or get something stuck into you. Anyway, so regardless of who sees us, if a guard sees us, if another person sees us, we get the bounty. So we need to be careful about this. Just one more like experiment. One more sexy time experiment. So if I use it on myself, on the ground.
Stop right there.
Okay, now it says pay gold. So it didn't affect me that time. Okay, there we go. It definitely affected me that time, and a lot of the guests. Interesting, yeah. So we just got to be careful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for the chameleon strat. A small sacrifice to pay. Yeah, maybe that's the price of admission. The cost is free, quote unquote. The ticket fee is free, but don't worry, you will sacrifice something to enter. Stark reality, and then we're gonna go again back to our chameleon stuff. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a way to do this without the chameleon strat, because it seems like pretty not simple otherwise, without some like invisible or just disguise option. It was this one, mind and body, so we de-equip that one, so we can do great shadow or great something, great shadows. There we go.
What's new with you?
I heard there was some goblins around here.
Oh, see, they still see me. Hey, what's up, Woo? Just in time to watch us force an orgy. What we might have to do is, yeah, resist arrest. Oh, except we lost all of our stuff, didn't we? We are naked. So we're making questionable things happen. What if I just leave? Hold on. What if I leave? Ouch. Never mind. We're trying to cause an orgy, but the guards are really making this more trouble than it's worth. I'm hoping we have this spell forever, because I want to like go into more crowded areas and cast this en masse and see what happens. Okay. I'm trying to encourage an orgy, but I mean, I guess it is using spell casting, so I guess it kind of is forcing it. Anyway, Woo, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for that raid. We've had a lot of raids tonight, by the way. Holy moly, lots of very nice folks helping us out with some cool raids. How are you liking Spiritfarer, by the way? Because I've seen quite a bit of that game, but the game is like very... I want to play that game, but that's a game I wouldn't be able to play on stream, because I can tell it's like a very emotional game, and I'm such a big softie. I would just fucking cry the whole time. So it's like nobody needs to be exposed to that. Good lord. I show up in the clothes, just that's right, glitter. The clothes just fall off naturally. That's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. The wrong type of stats. That's what I'm saying, Woo. They need to loosen up and fucking, join the party, man. But they apparently are disagreeing with my methods. So, I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to just take a bounty and then escape and then just deal with it that way. I think the bounty is gonna be something that is like, I don't know if we'll be able to get around it, even with the chameleon strat. We could try 100 million of 100. That might just be what's necessary to put, like, kind of push us over the edge. So let's try that. Let's try a bounty of a chameleon, not a bounty, a chameleon of 100% and see where that goes. We got the spell equipped. Kind of annoying. I saved before I made the inventory change, so I have to do this every time. But if my theory is correct, this might be the last time we need to do this. We'll find out. But it's pretty interesting, though. No tears shed yet. That's good. No, I mean, and it's not that, like, the game is, like, innately sad. It's just very emotional, and, like, the themes about loss and about, like, trying to prepare someone for the afterlife when they're not ready to go, and they're still like they're still clinging on to their life, and there's like still more they wanted to do. It's, I don't know, man. It's deep. It's stuff that I think about a lot. You know, we, of course, and not to get like too feelsy, but you know, COVID happened and a lot of fucking people died. Some people I know died, and it's still a bummer. So it's good to, you know, it's good to exercise these emotions. You know, you don't want to hide from it, but I just don't want to exercise those emotions on stream. Seeing my beard get all wet with tears. Like, no, nobody needs that, man. Nobody needs that. That's a solo Alex adventure. A man in the chase of booties unstoppable. That's right. We're not here to be sad about emotional experiences. We're here to have a goddamn orgy, and that's what we're gonna do. 100% will break the AI. Even better for us to get weird. So that's part of the joy of this very strange thing we're doing. Good lord. Yeah, I was under this one. I think I got it equipped right now, don't I? Stark Realty. Yep, that's it. Stark Realty. We're trying to sell them a house. Lost some folks too. Yeah, exactly. Just got done playing Amori. Oh, Amori. Yeah. I have a buddy who played through Amori not too long ago, and yes, that is precisely how they described it as well. They were like, "Wow, I'm sad. Holy moly!" Like, it's a good game, but holy moly, it's apparently very, very deep. That's right, Glitter. That's right. No, they're manly tears. I promise. They're sweat. It's eye sweat because I'm so manly. Sure, Alex. Whatever you tell yourself. The Harbinger of Dead. Yes, exactly. Nothing emotional. Yeah, it's an interesting premise. I like what they do with that story, at least from what I've seen of it. But yeah, I do want to experience it myself. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any more equipment that raises my chameleon stat, but I do have potions. And some of these potions I've been hanging on to for a long time. So now is the time. 30 seconds, though, so I must act quickly.
How can I help you?
What have you been up
So once
to?
again,
I saw a mother. I'm listening. What's the latest?
I'm hitting the chairs, apparently. There we go. I've succeeded. And so far as I can tell, we are bounty. Oh, fuck, but it got me with it. It deleted my inventory. Fucking hell. Alright, so that's the strat, though. That's the strat.
Crime doesn't pay.
And they don't seem bothered.
Enough talk.
Enough talk. Enough talk. Let's get fucking. Like if they just run around. Hello. I'm a little bit sad this one lady.
Well now, what do we have?
This one lady refuses to engage. It's just so ridiculous, and I will never not be amused by it. It's a shame that it causes damage. It's a shame that it drains health. It's 1 health, but still, it's a bummer that little piece of it makes it harmful. Like, that's a bummer. All right. I know I keep having to, like, re-inventory. I know it's getting annoying, so what I'm going to do before I do anything is I'm going to do the inventorying now and then save again, because this is fun to fuck around with, but I do want to get the show rolling here. Okay, this is very easy to fuck with, though. It's pretty fun. I definitely, I want to go back and like save some clips from the things we've done in tonight's with this quest in particular, because it's very silly. In fact, I'm gonna go and drink the potion now, because yeah, that seems to be the strat actually. I guess I don't quite understand what causes it to affect us, because sometimes it's distance, others it's like if it hits a table, I guess. Like if it's like an inanimate object, it causes it to react strangely. That visual belongs in it. Yeah, actually, that's quite appropriate. If we could craft our... That'd be cool, Stoats. Yeah, if we could craft our own version of the spell that causes excessive nudity without the damage being done.
Grow Ball always seems ready for a fight. Seems odd for a book set.
See, even with the good bout... Oh, and again, we lost all of our stuff. We lost all of our gear. Yeah. Maybe we have to, like... Else. Oh, did I not save? Fuck, I don't think I saved. I'm an idiot. God damn it. It is a pretty generous distance, but we got away with it a couple times, and we were not that far, not that far away from them. So I don't know what the limiting factor is here. It's very strange. It means more experimentation is necessary. Alright, so I'm gonna save this time. I'm gonna be a good boy. What's up, Johnson? We're causing an orgy to happen constantly. It is an AoE. Yeah, it is an AoE. That much we know. Cause not Searing Burst. Don't cast that one. Don't cast that one. This one, yeah, 50 feet. Oh, or yeah, oh, 300 feet. Wow. Okay, that is farther than I was thinking. I wish I could see what the burst looked like. But 300 feet is quite large. So maybe I need to like cast it. It's like I'm dropping a grenade, a live grenade in a crowded room, hoping for the best. There's like a hit. Oh, maybe that's it. Odds it's like there's like a lingering hitbox. That might just do it then. So I need to cast it and then run the fuck away then. Did it work? See, it just got me. I heard it click. But we didn't get got by it though. We didn't get like got by the. Oh well, that time we did. So sometimes even with 100 plus chameleon, you get caught. Other times not so much because the chameleon effect is still going on, as you can see here. Oh, it's because we lose the gear. That's why. Okay, that makes more sense. Very strange. Cause you to be caught in the. You're right, Stoats. Yeah. Am I wrong? Is it that like our stuff is on the ground? No, it really seems like your stuff just gets deleted forever. Well, this is not quite the orgy I had in mind. There's a lot of dudes in this orgy. Kind of a sausage fest here. I like the layers of dialogue we're getting, dude. This is fun to play around with. I will readily admit it's like very entertaining. That's crazy. It's so far away. Maybe I need to close the door. Maybe that's like the thing.
Any new books you've been reading?
I've been trying to get through Mysterious Acufair. It's a
Whoops. Well, see, that time it didn't do it. Just made him a little bit excited. That's all that did. Oh, that's a good point, Stoats. Maybe I'm like panicking too much. Maybe once it wears off, it'll be Gucci. Yeah, so maybe that's just it. So we're all naked for a bit. We're knocking shit off the tables. we're making it a party, that's for sure. All right. Well, we'll just assume that. Yeah, it'll all come back in a bit. So, all right. Good party, everyone. Good orgy. Do the guards have anything to say about this? They do not.
Enough talk.
A pleasure to speak with you.
A pleasure, you say? Hold on. Where's the lady? Where's the Caro, the fancy lady? See, everyone's like being strangely calm about this. It was very brief orgy. Now we're getting back into pleasantries. I want to talk to the. Yeah. Okay. Now this is a very like business-like orgy. Well, I appreciate their dedication. Where'd Alessandria, whatever her name is, Caro, the Countess. I don't know where she went, but we done the thing. Athletic skill increased. How long does the spell go, by the way? 120 seconds, so 2 minutes. I kind of don't want to like overwrite any autosaves. I want to make sure that we're set. Learning why you don't. Oh no, was it like a tooth thing, Johnson, or is it a digestion thing? Cause yeah, they're not so good for the teethers. The teethers. Doesn't go through solid objects. Yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. We'll see if the 2-minute thing is the correct strat. The Dan theory, the Stoats theory. Hey, what's up, Mo? It's good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Let's table this orgy and discuss business. Or they want to like discuss orgy business. That's what it comes down to. They want to, like draw out some. Oh, Carol, you're normal again. That's lame. incredibly disappointed. So she's so ladylike, right? She had to excuse herself, run all the way to her bedroom, get a fresh change of clothes, and then sit back down again.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Good day.
So now the unfortunate thing is that there's nothing in the top right that says like that like is indicative of when the spell is still in effect. Finished in 120 seconds. Yeah. Hey man, I'll have you know 120 seconds can feel like an eternity sometimes, alright? I've referenced this so many times, but I'll reference it again. There's that Flight of the Conchord song, Business Time, when he's like, well, you know what they say, baby. 2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven. I'll say that much. Yes, I'm waiting for the inventory to come back, hopefully at some point. That's a Tiefers. Oh man, I'm sorry to Joey. That sounds not fun. Yeah, it's a lesson learned. Gracie actually had something not too long ago. She had to have some crown, 1 crown put in, and yeah, it was a lesson learned. Wasn't a kernel in her case. It was a hard candy, but still, not funny or not fun, and nor is it funny for that matter. Egregious leather mounds of underwear. Well, I mean that's the thing. It's not a true orgy because no one's naked, just mostly naked. Unfortunate, honestly. Spell efficacy. That's a good question too. Let's check there. Boop. Is there a forced nudity inventory deletion? There is not. Yeah, I think it might not come back actually. So let's reload and let's play around with it a little bit more.
Any new books you've been reading?
I've been trying to get through Mysterious Akavir. What?
Because it definitely hit us just now. Actually, I'm curious though. What does she say? Because yeah, we were looking for.
What do you want?
What do you want? Okay, so she says nothing else. I was hoping she'd be like, what the fuck? Like she would be freaking out. So once again, it seems to constantly affect us. That's what I'm trying to get out of. Because I don't want to lose our entire inventory. I guess what we could do is just drop everything in a pile. And then like cast a spell, do the thing, and then pick it back up. I'm guessing that would work. But that's kind of goofy. And this is already quite goofy. Let's try the door strat. Whoop.
Mysterious Akavir. It's a fairly interesting read.
And then hide. Damn it. Like what if I hide? What if I can't see it? Out of sight, out of mind, as they say.
Any new books you've been reading?
I've been trying to get crime doesn't pay.
No, I don't want to talk. I want to close the door.
Stop talking.
Did it work?
I'll have to give it another read.
No, it just affected the guard. I don't want to make the guards excited. I want to make. Damn it.
What is it now?
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Oh, see, it didn't even affect her.
You violated the law. Since you lack the funds to pay.
Several layers of anger in unison. I'm sorry, I keep doing this, but it's still so fucking funny to me. Just hearing all the text, or dialogue rather. That's so fucking incredible. Oh boy. Had to relocate a small relocate. Oh, you mean not relocate, but like reset one. Yeah. But weird day. Yeah, weird day, Johnson. No doubt. No doubt. I hope tomorrow is much more chill for you. Sounds like you've had quite a time with it. Damn it. Like I can't close the door fast enough. I think what I need to do.
Well, now.
What I need to do is like, as the door is like approaching the crack. Like as like right as it's getting to the final threshold, that's when I need to make it happen. Like how the game just fucking chews on that for a second. It's like, whoa, buddy. It's affecting a lot of people all at once. It's like a ray mechanic, yeah. You do get stuff back? I guess the question is how do I get stuff back? Because yeah, I'm trying to like figure out how it happens. Just not right away. Okay. So maybe what it comes down to then is we make the magic happen. See, unfortunately, oh no, she got naked. Okay, good. I was gonna say, it's like, for a minute there, she was unfortunately fully clothed. Maybe what happens is we go back to Sanguine, and they're like, oh hey, you're naked too, haha, anyway, here's your inventory back. Like, maybe that's what it's come down to. So let's try what Stoats is kind of alluding to. See if that's what it's gonna have, what's gonna make it work. Why, thank you. Do I look like the kind of person that is good at altering things? Hey, I could alter you if the price is right, buddy. Anyway, so yeah, let's try the Dan strat of just rolling with it and see how it goes. See how it do. I'm gonna fast travel because the idea of venturing out with no material defense is not particularly pleasant. Of course, we have spells, obviously, so we're not defenseless. Never mind. The game's gonna crash. That is crash number 5 tonight, if you can believe it. And we're dropping frames. Excellent. I mean, it's we haven't had any like stream going down experiences yet, so I really can't complain too loudly. Watch for the... Oh, very good, Stoats. Yeah, I hope that there's like some goofy gossip. Some tasty-ass gossip from this goofy-ass adventure. Alju says, the oblivious mechanics. Actually, I think the better would be oblivionesque. Obliviesque. Actually, now that I'm reasoning it through my mind, no, actually, oblivious still makes sense. Never mind. God damn it. Let's try that fast travel again. On the journey to getting a sandwich, Johnson. I'm always down for a sandwich event. Excuse me, adventure.
Sanguine has set you to a task.
I did that. I did the task. Everyone's naked and they're very angry about it.
A rousing success, mortal. And it appears you joined in the festivities as well.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. You need to lighten up a bit. You'll find your equipment in that chest over there.
That's what that is.
Here's a little something for your efforts. Maybe we'll celebrate again sometime.
Oblivity, there you go. I've pleased him. Sanguine Rose. So is literally everything that I've ever had in my entire life in that chest. Oh, I still have the slaughterfish, by the way. It is a staff. Okay, so is it a staff of make people naked? It's all thorny. It's almost as if every rose has one of those. Or several. Yeah, Sanguine Rose. Charge of 3,000. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume it is a make everybody naked spell. Anyway, this chest. Yep, every fucking thing. So I have to take all. There we go. Let's do it that way. Now I'm over encumbered. That's okay. It's because we need to up the ante with our like things to equip so we can manage all this shit. So go kind of line by line here. So get our hood, and now I think we're good. I think that's it. Yep, that's all it is. Boots. Though they're broken, I need to repair those. Cruelty sword, is that what I was using? I think so. Scutcheon. And the gauntlets. I've had these gauntlets for so long. We got them very early on in the game, and they're still super fucking good for a character of our persuasion, so I've had no reason to replace them. It's not that great for anybody else, but for a spellcaster, they are the bee's knees. What else? That's pretty good too, but yeah, I think this helm or hood is better overall. Those on. See, look, yeah, now we're looking more, well, somewhat more, there we go. More adventure-y looking. Adventurous. Anything else? Wasn't this... It was this one. Yeah, that's the other ring. 2 rings. Got the amulet. I think we're set. I think we are set. Oh, and my sword also, for that matter. Minor issue, but the matter of... Goldbrand, where are you? Oh, right. Separate tab. Bloop. All right, got our stuff back. Thank you to Dan for that kind of gentle nudge. Although Dan probably could tell, I was having a very good time fucking around with that orgy machine, so I was happy to keep playing with it. And out of curiosity, oh, I think I know the answer actually. Yeah, we don't have it anymore. That was a one-time thing, but we do have a staff of make fun things happen.
Someone is pleased. It is reason to celebrate.
It's reason to celebrate, he says, and as he begins to disrobe, and then I say, all right. That's enough nudity and or orgying for one day. Which, of course, is sacrilegious. There's no such thing as too much. Launching toys under the street. Yep. I've seen that too. Some of Gracie's cat's favorite toys have ended up, or like favorite bits of string have ended up underneath refrigerators or ovens or stoves, and it's like, all right, it's gone forever. Good lord. So that's how I do. All right, now, let's see, 12:20. We'll do at least one more and see how we're feeling. The only problem is that I'm looking to see if there are other shrine locations that are known but not yet visited. Because I suspect that we've done all of them that we've seen on the map, that is. But there's obviously some that we've never seen. Never shows up in the... Oh, that's a shame. Can't craft a spell. That makes sense. That was probably by design, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, I guess actually what I might just do... Let's see if we can, like, tally these up, actually. Completed quests. It's kind of awkward trying to tally it this way. Let's do this. If anybody has any recommendations of places I should go for Daedric quests, Daedric Shrine quests, I'm definitely down for suggestions. And I'm going to see if I can go through and, like, kind of tick off the entries we've done. So, Malakath, we did that earlier tonight. The Malakath is one. What else we got? It's kind of tricky. I wish I could filter on only one type of shrine or location, I suppose. So here's Meridia. There's Sanguine, obviously. Yeah, we're looking for the Daedric shrines. Schwines and shrines. Daedric swines. Looking for pigs. 3. Here's 4 as Molag Bal. At 4 with Molag Bal. Kind of arduous. Number 5 is Hircine. We've done Hircine. No, I do not wish to travel. 6 is Mephala. And then 7 is Azura. 7 is Azura. We've already counted Mephala. I predict we have 10. 8 is Vermina. Already counted Hircine, so 8 is Vermina. 9 is Nocturnal. Is that the last one? That actually might be the last one we've done. Boethia. Boethia's 10. So we've done 10. So we need 2 more. So it sounds like Clavicus Vial is one of them. One is locked up until you do the others. Oh, okay. Kit Kats. Oh, I thought you said Kit Kats in your sandwich. Alright, so Piazza says Clavicus Vial's shrine is located... Let's see. The West Weald. Okay, well, we are... I'm assuming that means over west. So the West Weald. Here's the Gold Coast. Gold Road is what we need to find. The Gold Road. The West Weald. Cool. A bit off the east of Gold Road. So somewhere around here, maybe. So travel south near Lake Rumere. Oh, here we go. So it's gonna be around here. Let's do this. Fort Virtue is on the list, actually. Between Fort Virtue and this one. Okay, that's easy enough. Thank you for that description for the text, Pias. That's very helpful. So we try to find this cool place. So we'll start heading towards Fort Virtue. In fact, that's probably it. That's popped in the map right now. Perfecto. Conjurer? In my Christian Minecraft server? My sword didn't reach. Ugh. Conjure these nuts! I'm bringing it back. Ouch. What am I doing? I can just do this and cast things to make her not alive anymore. Daedric things. Oh man, those guys are the worst. Yeah, Johnson, when I read your comment saying you wish you had Kit Kats with your sandwich, I misread it. I thought you were saying you wish you had put Kit Kats into your sandwich, and I was about to be like, I don't know about that, man. Kit Kats as a sandwich condiment. I was not ready for it. And I question if humanity as a whole is ready for such things. The roast staff out on... Oh, probably not on the monsters, but on the Conjurer. Here's one. Good call, Stoats. Let's try it out. I do wish to see its power. Let's get naked. Let's see. How do I do this? Oh, I think you just left click. Did it work? He's still angry at me. One more time. Oh, it made a spicy lady happen. Well, that's not nearly as sexy as I was hoping it would be. I was hoping it would force people to get naked, but if it makes a flame knock happen, that's nice. Actually, I feel like the flame knock's got that covered. So I'm gonna focus on this fool. As he explodes, damn. It didn't last very long. Yeah, as a side, yeah, a side on, not side entree, just a side order. Side order of Kit Kats, please. I can't fucking escape this place because there's too many nerds. Throw out the trash he was using as toys. It's probably for the best. Especially if there's other toys that they used to have that they've since yeeted into the under the stove. Oh, nice. Cast summon a buddy and then immediately zap that buddy with the fireball. Oh right, I forgot they absorb magic, mergics. Anyway, off to Clavicus, old Clavy. And repair things, please. It just summons a Daedra. Okay, yeah, that's nice. I was secretly hoping for orgy generator, but I'll take it. Because he eats his toys. Oh, is this the guy? Looks like the guy to me. So I take a fuck ton of falling damage. Now, I remember the Mask of Clavicus vial from Morrowind, and this looks nothing at all like I was expecting, but I guess I didn't know what to expect. Got a big-ass horn, though. He's a horny boy.
He's a hard master, but he delivers. I gave my word, and an orc honors his word.
His word.
You approach the shrine of Clavicus Vile. You should not be here unless you have business with Lord Clavicus.
I totally have business.
Here we worship Lord Clavicus. Do you have business with the Daedra?
What kind of business?
There are many deals
as his ears perk up.
Even with a god. You could find great wealth or painful death.
What about painful
if
wealth?
You wish to bargain with Clavicus Vile,
Approach with an offering of 500 gold, and hope the Lord smiles on your offering.
It's nothing. Easy. Go get your cat, shut off the lights. Yeah, it's like I want sleepy times, man.
Make a bargain or do not. You must choose.
Especially if you're mega cozy right now. Oh, by the way, we did get our money back, by the way. I wasn't sure if that was going to work that way, but it did. Yeah, 500 gold, that's chump change. Here you go, bud.
A mortal! Wonderful. Always a pleasure. Perhaps you'll do service for me, mortal, and I'll reward you. A fair bargain, don't you think?
A fair bargain indeed.
You will retrieve for me a sword.
This one.
It contains the soul of Umbra, a hero I have had dealings with in the past. Bring the sword to me, and I'll reward you with my mask.
That's the one from Morrowind, that's right.
Mortal. Begin your search in Hell's Gate.
We've actually been to Pell's Gate before. Oh, and the doggy disappeared. I'm guessing that was intentional.
Clavicus Vile has offered you a bargain. Serve him well.
Get some cat food, rabbit stew, exquisite salmon, oh my. Yeah, I was gonna say, or odds are, yeah, it's like, damn, dude. This cat's eating better than I am, god dang.
It's a small community not far from here.
I think we've been there before.
Clavicus has sent you there, I suggest you be on your way.
Kitty cat is a murder hobo. Oh, does the kitty cat like to go for the squitchy scratches? Allegedly, it's like a sign of endearment, but still, it's painful.
Your deal is made. Return when you have done your part.
So if you're trying to avoid the murder scratches, I can't say I blame you. When cats are kneading upon you, it's like, dude, I know you're trying to be helpful, but this is awful. My skin does not want.
Hello? Hey, pay attention. In your pack, the dog. I swear, you heroes aren't particularly quick on the uptake. Good. Got your attention.
What is it?
Just hearing voices, you know.
Not that I've always been Harold, or always been called Barbs.
It's a fairly interesting.
I've also been a red guard. For a while I was a scamp, making deals with orcs. But for now, I am his hound, and I serve the Lord Clavicus.
That's why the dog disappeared.
A word of advice here. You've made a bad deal. This Umbra, bad business. Things always end badly where that one's concerned. Clavicus has always been a little blind to that. And it'll end badly this time too. So, just leave things be. Walk away. It's your best bet, really.
So, it's a shame that the fucking subtitles, the important subtitles, were being overwritten by the mundane bullshit of these assholes. But now we have to make a choice. Returning Umbra is a mistake. Cause great ruin to Clavicus Vile's domain. I don't really know if we care too much about Clavicus Vile's domain's status, but interesting. Interesting bit of something to undertake. A question or a choice to be made, I suppose.
Welcome to Pell's Gate. What brings you around here?
Humans are playmates in your flesh. Right, yes, exactly, yes. So kind. So kind and generous. Fresh lamb and a bed of brown. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take an order of that to go, please. Bring that with me to lunch tomorrow. Or to the office, that is. Elder Scrolls Redguard. An interesting experience. I've heard it's awful. I heard people say they hated it, but I know nothing about it. All I know is that some people dislike it horribly.
We are a small community. Mostly keep to ourselves. Can't say it isn't nice to see a new face around, though.
Well, my new face, or my face is a new one to you, although it's not exactly a nice one always.
Umbra? You need to speak with Iroki the Wide. I've got nothing to say about Umbra.
So it's Umbra. I've been mispronouncing it all these years. Umbra. She's like, it's lovely. It's great to see a lovely new face around here. Yep. This face right here. So lovely. Are you the guy? Are you the wide boy?
Yes.
He's not that wide. His dimensions are normal.
Welcome
Calm
to
down.
Hell's Gate. What brings you around here?
I know of Umbra, but you're a stranger to me, and I'm not talking.
Because he pronounces it differently. Let's sweet talk him. Oh, he does not like us very much. Let's work on the sweet talkings. So he loves coercion, does not like jokes, hates admiration. So he likes these two. So do small, and then big, medium. That's helpful. And then we'll do. I'm actually going to rotate so we can get big, small, decent. And then we're gonna do big, small, and medium. And we'll do small, big.
Well done.
This is not great. Actually, that worked okay. For those who don't know, with this minigame, you basically are incentivized to, when you there's like 4 quadrants, and the NPC responds well to 2 of them and dislikes 2 of them. In this case, he likes these 2, dislikes these 2. We can tell that based on the faces they make when you hover over them. So whenever you get a small pie piece, like on these little quadrants, it means you have, it means like the effect will be smaller, bigger, like if it's good or if it's bad, the effect will be small. And if it's a big pie piece, the effect will be large, bad, or good. So it's a question of making sure that the small pie slices go to the bad quadrants and the big pie slices go to the good quadrants. So that's what we're doing. So that's why I keep saying small, because I want to make sure the small ones go there and the big ones go there for the big numbers.
I'm sorry.
So big for boast. Pretty good for coercion, then we got small for admiration. That's the best pattern, when it just kind of falls into place like that, where it allows you to get the small or the 2 entries you don't want just in a row. That's the best. Doesn't always work out that way, but that's the best pattern by a wide margin. That one was not so good. I'm gonna go ahead and force a rotate and get those 2 out of the way. Much better. 76. I'm gonna get it up to 80. 80 is probably overkill, but oh fuck! I shouldn't have rotated. That was stupid.
What a great story. No more.
It still worked out. 78. Can I get it up to 80? Small. Yes, we can. 80. There we go.
All right, I get it. Umbra. That's a name I haven't heard in a while, and it's not one you should be using around Pell's Gate either. Before I go on, let's clear something up. Are you here asking about the sword or the person? Which is it?
It's because his note is wide. Maybe a little bit. No idea how it worked. I hope my explanation made sense. It's kind of hard to when the thing is happening, because you're also on a bit of a timer. You might have noticed that if you linger too long, the disposition does tick down, so you're incentivized to go fairly quickly. And as you level up your spellcasting, your speech crafting skill, you get more abilities to do extra rotates, like you saw me there. But if you have like a super low speechcraft skill, you don't get any rotates. So you're really bound only by which one do I click first? Because as you might have noticed, that when you click a quadrant and cause the other quadrants to rotate. So it's this weird puzzle mechanic that makes no sense, because conversationally, if I know somebody loves joking and admiration, but hates coercion and boasting, then I'm going to tell them a joke and I'm going to admire them. I'm not going to also be forced to try to coerce them and try to boast to them. That's fucking absurd. So it's wild to me that as you're talking to them, you have to do all 4, and you can't not do all 4, even though you know they're going to hate it. So it blows my mind. It's very silly. Anyway, I want to talk about the sword.
It's a powerful sword, no doubt about that. Jet black, got a wicked edge on it, and they say it can steal a man's soul. I know of at least one soul it stole. Lenwyn. She's the one who found the blasted thing. I suppose you want to hear about the person now.
I do. Oh well, thank you. I'm glad it was helpful. I'm glad it was that it was sensible.
Who is Umbra? I can tell you who Umbra used to be. Lenwyn. She's my apprentice, or at least she was, until she found that sword. Never did say where it came from. She just showed up with it one day, said it was called Umbra. But she was different. She'd always been fair with a sword, but she began looking for fights, became bloodthirsty, and then started calling herself Umbra after the sword. Finally signed on with some mercenaries, but I hear that ended too. We haven't seen her in years.
Or if she's still alive. Or is she... Yeah, I was assuming she was dead. Janky system, yeah. No, I like what it does because in Morrowind, of course, it was just opposed die rolls, which was not particularly exciting. Or he just threw money at the problem, and throwing money was like a pretty easy way to do it. You can throw money in this game too, but you get diminishing returns, so you have to have pretty deep pockets to rely exclusively on bribery. So I would say this game doing it is more involved and more more like less... I mean, I don't want to say that it's not skill-based, because you have to, like, plan your moves carefully when you're trying to bribe somebody and speechcraft somebody in Morrowind, but in this game, at least you have a little more control over it, and it's not just opposed die rolls.
Can't say for sure. Some say they've seen her nearby, near the Vindasal ruins. Might just be wishful thinking, though. If
That's
she's
right,
around,
Impalama, yep.
She hasn't come into Pel's Gate, nor should she. I fear that girl is long gone. If you seek her out, take care. She's a powerful one, or at least that sword is. I'd steer clear if I was you.
What if I didn't anyway? Or what if I do anyway? Threaten you, then tell you a joke? That's right, yeah. I guess it's a question of not so much do I do these things, it's what order do I do these things. If I do it in the right order, then yes, this person will like me. If I fuck it up, then they will hate my ass.
Can't tell you any more than I already have. I'm sorry.
To like my joke. I think in Morrowind you can bribe with values of 10, 100, or 1,000. So yeah, you could eventually throw 10,000 at somebody.
I wish you luck. I fear.
'Cause yeah, if in Morrowind and this game, if you have deep enough pockets, you can make anybody like you. But it gets easier when you have a good speechcraft skill. The doggy. I cannot equip the doggy statue. Alright, so the ruins are over this way. Something that's our marching orders. Does anybody else have anything to say about the lady?
Don't go stirring up trouble.
I kind of want to. I would very much like to.
Take care.
Black Magic is 1 AM. Yeah, I do need to wrap up pretty soon here. Let's go ahead and... I do want to see this quest to the end. But yeah, it is approaching what my friend Rob always calls coffin time. It's approaching coffin time. Speaking of weird phrases, I saw that was it Merriam-Webster dictionary has dubbed goblin mode as the, like, phrase of the year. They say word of the year, but it's 2 words really, so it's kind of I guess, phrase of the year. It's a phrase that I use egregiously, and I love it to death. So the idea of, like, it being... getting all this prestigious recognition makes me very, very happy. Like seeing this, like, seeing it show up in scholarly and, like, otherwise classy articles. When it's a phrase that revels in not being scholarly or classy at all. The name for charisma, that's right. I guess that makes it realistic then. Now, sadly, we have to override the orgy room. You know what? Fuck that. I am keeping the orgy mode. I want to keep the orgy mode so I have it in my back pocket forever. People were saying that they kept the whodunit quest introduction in their back pocket as a separate save so they could play it whenever they want. I want to have this at my beck and call at all times. So that way I can just look at a group of people and just start making everyone get naked. And then make the guards get mad at me. So I can have like a naked people orgy and then an armed, angry list of guards orgy. And everyone just yells at me all at once. Ouch. Like, this is something I just want to have forever. Maybe I'll end every stream with this scene. And see how long I can last with it. Blackbird says, God damn it, Alex, I left for 5 minutes and you're back to making orgies again. I can't help myself, right? I cannot pull myself away from a good orgy introduction scene. The orgy save stays on during your goddamn right, it does, Odzu. I knew you'd understand, my friend. Oh my god, look at that walk cycle. A little bit silly looking. This guy sees me, but the other fella doesn't. Actually, the fire spell might be more sensible. Healing? That's for nerds. Okay, the fire spell did nothing extra. Blech. I like how these guys are like legit weak to lightning. At least so far as I can tell. I think that's what's going on whenever I hit them with it. They seem to not like it. Not like it a lot. Have I been in here before? Actually, maybe. I actually might have already been in here. Stream's gonna be late. I'm partaking in the orgy again. Not just a orgy. The orgy. You know the one. Not like those other ones we get mixed up with. No, no, no. This is the good one. I promise. Not like those other times. Mud crab. The most villainous of villainous creatures ever. There's rats, other mud crabs. Goddamn. This place is crawling with awfulness. Now, one thing that comes to mind is, are there individuals on this green planet who have taken that quest to start the orgy in the fancy dinner party, and then they run away with that spell and don't complete the dinner party orgy, and instead just like fuck around at other places? I guess the only downside though is that if you do fuck around with other places, if you fuck around, you will find out. Which is to say, if you fuck around, it might automatically affect you the way that it automatically affected us earlier when you cast it. So I wonder if there's, I guess what I'm getting at is I wonder if there are others who have found ways to play with that spell in like a relatively sustainable fashion without completing the quest immediately. Because I would want to do that. I would want to fuck around with it. I mean, I guess I can answer that question. I have that save. I could just stay with that quest and just find other people to target with it. But again, I question how far I could go with it. Maybe that could be something for a future, for maybe the next stream, next Oblivion stream. We could experiment with it. Have a good night, 8-Bit Llama. Not the normal one. That's right. Yeah, 8-Bit Llama knows the difference. 8-Bit Llama's are he's an expert on many things. So yeah, like I said, maybe we'll do some experimentation. Some sexy time experimentation. Poison? Poison. Oh. Ooh. Help. I'll just heal past it. Just the big stank. The big farts. Very, very gross. Very gross if you ask me. Messed up quest progression, made quests uncompletable. I'm not terribly surprised that it, yeah, runs the risk of fucking things up. So that is a point where, yeah, it probably has to be handled carefully, and backups are probably best to be considered. Backup saves, that is. Where's the mud crab? That's a rat. It was still technically a sneak attack, which is strange, but alright. He's looking right at me, so not much sneaky about it. Wonder if they're down there. I saw a sleeping bag. It means a sleepover. It's a person. It is a lady. I think. Maybe, maybe not. But it is definitely a person. The sword looks fairly dark. Now, I remember fighting the person Umbra in Morrowind is a motherfucker of a fight. It's a really hard fight. Dude is fucking jacked with stats. The sword is badass. It's terrifying. So, I mean, I'm saving. I'm pretty confident. I think we'll be alright, but still, I don't quite know what to expect.
Get out of here while you can.
She calls herself Umbra. She's got the really full ebony, but ebony helmet especially. And the sword looks very dark and badass. Well, you got an ebony shield too. So she just chills here on her own, eating bone meal. That cannot possibly be tasty. Maybe like bone meal is milk, so maybe it's like milk with a cereal or something, but I don't know. It's not sound pleasant. Major respite, I'll take it. Forever naked, forever horny. Being cursed to being forever horny with like no outlet for it or no release sounds kind of not good, actually. Like very anxiousness ridden. You know, the horny aspect is one thing, but if there's no conclusion for it, then it's like, dude, I'm turning blue out here. All right, let's talk, lady.
Out of here while you can. You risk much by speaking to me. You should leave this place now.
Her name is Umbra. You wield Umbra.
Umbra is my blade. It is who I am, who I was meant to be. For years I have fed my blade the souls of man and myrrh, warriors and priests,
Man
kings
and myrrh.
paupers, men,
Never heard that
women,
phrase.
and children.
What does myrrh mean?
All have bled for me. I have seen them all fall, and still Umbra hungers for more.
Because its whole thing is that it's soul traps, right? It has like soul trap on hit. That's how it was in Morrowind, at least. Hey, what's up, Wasteland? No outlet? Oh, I'm sorry, man. New release date for Starfield. Oh my god. Like, Blackbird, I'm so sorry. I misread your comment so wrong. I thought you said, I'm hoping tomorrow we get a new release date for Seinfeld. And I was like, did I miss something? God damn. Was there an announcement for the show or a movie or something? I think this must be a sign I'm getting tired. Let's wrap this fight up and see, and have this take us home for the night. Make everyone else horny. You're right, Odds. That's how you get out of it, or get around it, I suppose. But you're right. The Game Awards, that actually makes sense. The Game Awards, yeah, that's a good question. I wonder what kind of stuff we'll have. Maybe I should put together like a bingo board for the Game Awards and see if we can have a bingo. I might do that. I'll be busy for most of the day tomorrow. We'll see. If I have time tomorrow, I'll try to put a bingo board together. That way, when I co-stream the Game Awards, we can follow along so we can get a good ass bingo. Okay, it's like an old school phrase for person. Okay, cool. Thank you. Or maybe elves? Elves would make sense too. Yeah.
Do not speak to me of that place. It was another lifetime. It was before
A new release date for Seinfeld.
Perhaps they sent you to kill me. Are they worried I might come in the night and burn their village down around them? No matter. I am what I've become, and I know my fate. But what of you? What is it you seek? My death? My blade?
Your blade, yes, that one.
I offer you a choice, more than I have offered most. Stay here and die, or leave now and live your life. Speak to me again when your mind is set.
Edgelord. Her dialogue is very similar.
Leave it alone. How about we just march on back to the shrine and tell Cladicus the deal is off? Sure, he'll be a bit put off, but you won't be dead. At least, you probably won't. That's better odds than you're getting here.
Umbra will feast on your soul.
She just like walks behind me and just whispers that into my ear. Yeah, her dialogue. Well, look at Umbra's getting purple. Purple, much like it is in Morrowind. Yeah, this is all coming back to me. Yeah, because her dialogue reminds me a lot of the kinds of dialogue that the Umbra character in Morrowind said. But he was like more sorrowful. He was more like, I just want to be like free from this fate. Like, 'cause he was like very unhappy. And I think in that dialogue, yeah, he gives you a choice of do you want to fight or do you want to be spared, or you could just like fight him without talking to him, because if you fight him if you just like strike him without talking to him, it begins the fight anyway. So that works as well. But interesting how Sanguine's hound or the mouthpiece. It sounds like Sanguine, so I actually wonder if it's just Sanguine. If it's just Clavicus Vile testing us. But it's so much of this quest is saying, don't fight her, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Is she really gonna be that bad? I'm dubious that she's gonna be that bad. We rarely fight things that are that scary in this game, but Maybe we're about to meet our match. I guess we're about to find out. Oh, but like Bosmer, Dunmer, that might just be it then. Yeah, that might just be it. I'm doing well though, Black Magic. I'm doing well. Hope you're feeling okay, by the way, man. I remember you were saying you had some illnesses going around the fam, just stuff that the kiddo brought home. So hope everyone's doing okay.
Umbra will feast on your soul.
Well, I hope my soul at least tastes delicious. How bad? That's right. Yeah, we did save earlier. I hunger for the purple blade.
I assume you've made your choice. Umbra hungers. What shall it be?
She hungers, she says. We fight!
Come then. Try your luck.
Hey, welcome back, Jet.
Feel the bite of Umbra.
Jet, I want to hear about the collab you did. I want to hear about the cool games. This store looks cool. Quite the noise. All right, lady. We get the paralysis to proc. That never happens. Oh, I could steal her weapon. Well, maybe. I don't know if it's actually gonna proc, but if we stole her weapon and it just ran away, that'd be even better. I'm gonna exclusively try to. Oh, she hit me with the dankness. I think it's blind, maybe. Whoa, she knocked my ass down. Or maybe she's trying to soul trap me. I think she's trying to soul trap me. Yeah. Oh, well, okay, never mind. I guess she was dead, or damaged rather. Damage from the reflect damage. Yeah, I was hoping that we could just disarm her and just run away with it. Some phasma, that's awesome. Breaking the ice, that's cool, dude. That's cool. Any clips you want to share, Jen? She has her own unique armor, but it doesn't have any enchantment to it. Just a cool name. Cause yeah, and of course, I know we were talking in Discord about possibly getting the group together, the spook troop together for some more Phasmo at some point over the next few weeks. Stomach bug. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. Things coming out. Yeah, that sounds awful. Cause I think it was last week you had something else that the kiddo had brought home. So it's like, man, you just can't catch a break, dude. A little anticlimactic. Yeah, that was really not a hard fight.
Don't bring that sword back to Clavicus. It'll ruin him, I'm sure. I mean, not completely. He's still a Daedric principal. Look, keep the sword if you want. That's your decision. But don't give it back to Clavicus. He doesn't know what's good for him sometimes.
Well, I do wonder how we resolve the quest, because it would be nice to resolve it in some way. It's a messed up sleep schedule. Well, when you're sick like that, yeah, I mean, who could blame you, honestly? I'm curious, how does the sword look? We've heard it's like one of the best swords in the game. We have freaking gold brand already, so you think that'd be pretty dang good. 29 damage per hit is pretty compelling. That is pretty dang good. And yeah, it's soul traps on strike, which is good, I guess. It's also kind of not good, because that would like very easily, I think, at least eat through my soul gems. Like if I'm fighting something that is not fancy, I don't want to trap their soul. So that part I guess I'm not super happy with, but it's neat though. Really good damage. So like, yeah, if we're fighting NPCs, I don't think you can soul trap NPCs in this game. I know you couldn't in Morrowind, although we were being hit by the soul trap effect, so I guess I don't know. We'll stick with gold brand for now, but yeah, it looks pretty dope. Does it not have a hilt? Huh. Somebody put it away. Oh yeah, it does not have a hilt. It is just at the hilt. It doesn't have a sheath, rather. $10:30 last night. What was up at midnight? Yeah, just because the wonky ass sleep schedule. Oh, I got you, Jetsu. Yeah, I knew you said you were on the other person's channel. The sword's really good. I've done all the like faction quests. Yeah. Now the sword is very good, but I guess I'm just not a huge fan of the idea of having to juggle the weapons, where it's like, oh, I don't want to soul trap this. Let me switch my sword out. It looks really sweet. It's like, it's dope looking. But the tricky thing though is that somebody pointed out that if I wanted to do all of the Daedric Shrine quests, I have to complete this quest, because the last shrine doesn't become available until you've done the prior 11 quests. This is 11, so the 12th one becomes available only when you've completed all of them. So I feel like I don't have a choice, honestly. If that is, well, I do have a choice, but if I want to see all the content, then I don't have a choice. Wallmark katana. Wallmark katana. I guess I don't know what that one is. Black soul gems, so you soul trap NPC. Oh, with the black soul. You're right. You're right, Sto. It's the black soul gems will let you do it. Which, yeah, that's its own thing. Its own situation. So Clavicus Vial. Yep. Can I like fight like something cool with this thing? I do kind of like the idea of like, yeah, give me a not you. See, that's again, that's like not really worthy. That's just a plain ass motherfucker. I don't want one of those. Give me like a Daedra thing. Fancy thing, or at least a bear or a Spriggan or something. Oh, Walmart katana. Okay, so I'm guessing you mean Goldbrand, the thing I have. My current main bay. Draw power from the well. Insomnia was, oh, that's good actually. But, oh, right, but yeah, because you're sick, yeah. So I got really crappy headaches. I'm sorry, man, yeah, that's a lousy deal if I ever heard it. If I ever heard one. I want to fight something with this thing. I just want to see, I just want to see it in action before I give it up. It's like everybody loves this thing. Like I should give it a fair shake. Yeah, let me fuck some shit up in this cave. This cave that I've never been to before. Am I a mole ninja? I sure hope so. This is not the cool shit that I was promised, goddammit. Oh, here we go. And I don't have a black soul gem. There's no soul gem. Yeah, there we go. So that's reassuring. Alright, so there it is. That's Umbra. It's cool. I mean, the purple is neat. Oh, its strength is drained. That's lame. Yeah, I like the purple effect. It's neat, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We're encumbered because of the strength thing. Let's do my favorite for these situations. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it, yeah. I just wanted a taste. Just a little taste of what this weapon is like. Maybe the mask at least will be cool. If I recall correctly, you can actually acquire the Mask of Clavicus Vial quite easily and quite early in Morrowind. I can't remember exactly where it is, but I remember stumbling upon it in like 1 or 2 playthroughs very early on and being like, whoa, this thing's great. Oh, I got you. So maybe not a headache, but yeah, that's what you mean by head is swimming. I gotcha. Now, here you go, bud.
You've brought the sword. Now give it to me. As we agreed, Umbra and I have unfinished business.
Ooh, or do we... Well, I guess that's the question. Would that be considered a conclusion of the quest if we say no? I don't know, but again, am I going to use this sword? I feel like the answer is kind of no. The idea of like a reusable soul trap option is nice. Like it sounds nice. I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of a bit to juggle, like more trouble than it might be worth, honestly. So yeah, take the sword.
Excellent! A pitiful sword with a pitiful soul in exchange for a mask fit for a god. You've gotten the better of this bargain, mortal. Now, I have business to attend to. Run along. Perhaps I'll be looking for you again.
He sounds like a little rat lad. Yeah, I wonder, like, they're saying it's gonna bring him to ruin. The idea of, like, a Daedric prince or Daedric deity being brought to ruin by admittedly, like, a fancy and very enchanted magic sword. You'd think these kinds of dudes and dudettes would be above that kind of thing. But anyway. We done did the thing.
Oh well, been good knowing you, kid. Back to being his hound for me. As for you, good luck, I guess. I've met worse.
Nice and positive. What do you think, bud?
You have pleased the Lord Clavicus.
I sure did. I am pretty cool. Check the cool mask we got. And of course, we need to re-equip our old flame. Bloop. There it is. Oh, it's heavy armor. Yeah. Fortified personality. It looks cool. Looks like weird, but it looks cool. Kind of like how it looked in Morrowind. But yeah, we're not gonna use it though. There it is. So that's that quest. So I guess then the question is, somebody had pointed out that the final Daedric Shrine quest becomes available after you've completed the first 11, which completed the 11th. So I'm assuming we'll probably need to look up where the last one's gonna be. Like, it's not gonna just fall into our laps. But that is, we're gonna wrap it up now, friends, because it is quite late. We've done a lot of good stuff, had a lot of great orgies like this quest had a lot of raids, had a lot of crashes. So I feel like we got the full experience, a full Oblivion experience tonight. Full range of emotions that comes with it. Some cool magic swords. Yes, it either solves problems or maybe even creates them, according to this guy. But real quick, here's my socials page. I'm gonna be wrapping up the stream, but of course we're gonna find a raid target. Also, let's do the bingo. Let's do the bingo Oblivion. Bingo Oblivion. Because the bingo is a thing that I sometimes forget to do, unfortunately. So I'm doing it this time, because I'm being smart. We're going to find ourselves a raid target. We're going to do the usual concluding things that I always do. However, before we wrap up, let's check the bingo board. You can play along and generate your own bingo board if you would like. And if you get a bingo, we will add 5 points to the charity counter, the charity fundraising counter of sorts. It's based on this like extra life point system I have. I'll explain in a second, but we'll add 5 points to that counter, and then we also have a free nut button with a successful bingo. So let's see how it goes, friends. I clicked on my end to generate a new card. If you copy and paste that URL into your browser of choice, it too will give you the option to generate a new card. It'll be unique to you. So here it is. So what you generate will be different from the one I get. So hit by a silent spell, yes. Sold stolen goods, no. Abandoned a castle, yes, we did. Abandoned keep, rather. Do we kill enemy with a single hit? Yes. Like rats, obviously, but still counts. An amazing piece of armor or weapon we couldn't use? Yes, actually. The Warhammer was very good and we couldn't use it. Game never crashes. Oh, it's adorable. I'm actually almost tempted to just remove this one entirely. No NPC pickpocketing. Actually, well, kind of. I would have liked to have to have pickpocketed the guy, but there was no option for it. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, when I think attempts to pickpocket an NPC, I think like we like roll the dice for it, basically. Like we attempt to do it, and like take the risks that are associated with it. But I mean, yeah, I guess if I would have been successful, I would have taken on the risk. There's just a risk of getting discovered. So I guess I will go for it. Yeah, I guess it counts because we tried to pick the pocket of the sorcerer who had stolen Sanguine's orb, or not Sanguine, Vermina. I can't remember, the orb lady, the orb person, whatever. The lady who loves wet dreams. Anyway, enemy took damage from an environment or friendly fire. Kinda. I mean, the summoned monsters took damage. Oh, but also the Zevali. Never mind. Yeah, they took damage from the traps. Never mind. Disposition. Yes, we did that one. I showed an unrelated thing. I didn't do that today. Blessing from Waste Shrine. We just did that. Bandit, we literally just saw Bandit. So in like the last 5 minutes of gameplay, these two happened. I am live. A bounty, yes. Oh, I did not take a bathroom break. Oh, wow. Look at, this is a very full board already. Holy shit. NPC shenanigans. I feel like this one always happens. I should just have this clicked regardless. Drinks a potion, yes. Completes a faction quest. No, we have no more faction quests. At least, not currently. Maybe the Shivering Owls will have something. Paralyzed spell, yes. Obvious reference to Morrowind. I'm gonna say that counts because, well, I mean, actually no. I mean, Umbra was the thing in Morrowind, so was the Mask of Clavicus file, but yeah, that doesn't really count actually. Come to think of it, over encumbered, yes. Oh, there's a bingo right there. There's a bingo, which means nut, a free nut, and we add the points to the counter. I know you can't see it right now. Contracted disease, no. Visit Imperial City. I don't think so. I don't think we did go to an Imperial City. No, we went to other cities, but not the Imperial City. Daedric Shrine, there it is. There's another one. Look, so 2 bingos. Another free nut and 5 more points. And then stream first goes. I did start late. That's enough. 3 bingos. Are you kidding me? 3 bingos. Goddamn. That shit is unheard of. Good lord. Look how full this bingo board is. Fucking hell. Is there any that I missed? 1, 2. 3. Yeah, we got the X. All right. So yeah, we came real close to 1 here. And I guess that was the only other close call, but still. Oh, we came close to 1 here too. Jesus. We could have had 5 bingos. Good lord. Oblivious joke. Yeah, then that would happen all the time, Atsu. Anytime Odds is in the chat. Was there another one that I missed? Because, yeah, I didn't sell any stolen things. I didn't take a bathroom break, and what was the other one? This one. Is there any others that are like 1 space away? Because neither of these happened. Yeah, no faction quests. This one, like, yeah, it was not an obvious reference. Like, no references to, like, a place or a person. So, yeah. Oh, okay, I got you. Did we get a new spell? Oh, I would count it. We didn't get to keep the new spell, but we temporarily got a new spell. Temporarily. Bingo's all around. That's right, Quincy. That's right. Game never crashes. The thing is that we used to get that one sometimes. We used to get that one like maybe 1/3 of the time. And that's kind of how I like it. I like bingo spaces that aren't always going to happen. Because we don't always see bandits. We don't always acquire bounties. In fact, we rarely acquire bounties. We rarely drink potions. Over encumbered happens a decent bit. We don't really visit Daedric shrines all that often. We do sometimes start late. This hasn't happened in like months, honestly. Like something that we'd like but we can't use. So yeah, tonight was a very lucky night. Oh, Johnson, you got one? Can you post the URL or the screenshot? Because we can take a quick look-see. You want to go sharesies? Sometimes Johnson will post it in the Discord. There you go, she's got it. An orgy revisit. Yeah, the thing is that would happen every stream because I would definitely want to make that happen. So here we go. Daedric Shrine. Oh, it's this one. New spell. Yeah, I would say this one counts. Silent spell. Useful piece of equipment. A new useful piece of equipment. Is there anything that I've kept that I plan on using? Umbra. Yeah, I guess I would count this. Because Umbra was... If we didn't have to give it up, Umbra would have had a use. It would have been a very rare use, but it would have had a use. So that's a bit of a gray area, but I would say it counts. Because we found stuff that we wanted, but we couldn't use. Was there anything else that we got that was like legit good? Oh, well, stabs are just kind of so yeah, we'll count it. We'll count it, yeah. Non-faction quest, yes. And glitchy NPC behavior, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think like if there was like glitchy. I mean, just goofy behavior. Again, I feel like this just always happens, but we definitely saw like goofy behavior with just like how everybody reacts to the orgy thing happening. So yeah, we'll say that counts. That's another nut. Then 5 more points. In fact, I'll show you. In case you're curious. So up here is the little system. Add more points to the counter. It's up to 109 now. So every time every time somebody supports the channel with a raid or a subscription, a resub that is, or an extra life donation or a cheer, we add points accordingly. And also if we achieve a successful bingo, that's 5 points per bingo. Just a little fun system we have in place to encourage people to play the bingo cards we have and to support the channel, that kind of thing. So just a nice fun thing, nice fun extra thing to do sometimes. But that is it for the night, my friends. Thank you for being here.